Oh, God. I feel like I'm on the spot now. Welcome to the stream, to the millions of viewers. Where Crit happens, and we're about to play fabulous game of Icewind Dale. I am supported by a wonderful array of people that are all prepared to do a Mexican wave on a cue. Go for it. Hey! And it was in time as well.
That was shit.
Kind of worked.
That was shit.
Incredible. Thank goodness there wasn't anything like an internet delay or stage fright. So, yeah, that's it. We are about to begin. So we've just had a session 0. Think I've scared you guys enough. And so I reckon we just start in with a bit of the story. Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale has become trapped in what can be described as a perpetual winter. It is a place of ferocious blizzards that make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous. And this land has not felt warmth of the sun or much else in the past couple of years. In fact, to set the scene, the sun no longer appears above the mountains at all. Not even in what you would class as summer. This frozen tundra is in perpetual darkness and a bit of cold, and it reigns king and queen over this environment. Most of the Dale residents blame a deity, a god, a being called Oriel, the Frost Maiden. Her or its shimmering aura weaves across the sky each and every single night. And it's said to be her doing, a potent spell, perhaps a curse that has kept the sun at bay for these long years, these long cold years. So Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as the 10 Towns, which hopefully you should be able to see on your screen, maybe not for the Twitch people, but it's a ramshackle affair with drop-off caravans and shanty towns and little settlements in a never-ending display of survival and isolation. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with various sacrifices of one kind or another, there's no respite. And for adventurers, perhaps such as yourselves, these 10 towns are a place to become recognized, maybe test your mettle, and maybe leave one's mark on this blighted, frigid land. So, yeah, there you go. So we set the scene. You guys are familiar with 10 towns. You are familiar with the environment. So you've got a rough idea of where you are in the landscape. And we begin our story in a town called Bryn Shander, where we find a lovely atmospheric tavern full of the grumpiest kind of beings and workmen that all hunch over tables and looking into dire excuses for soup and broth. One of those tables is you'll find Kate or Kate's character.
Hello.
Hello.
At this second. Hello. I was thinking, do I go for posh English on a gap year or Russian? And I think I'm going to do gap year.
Do gap year. Do
I'll-
gap year.
Gap year.
I'll take the Russian then. Thanks.
Говори
Yeah.
по-русски.
That's my idea.
Kilo is Russian better than gap year. I don't know. It might change.
I love it. I think you should do it. Go for it.
Go for Gapia.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mira or Miri, she's kind of, I guess, I'm not sure what the exactly look like. Are they like round tables, booths?
Where wooden tables that have kind of been haphazardly knocked together. So there's like a quarter inch of nails sticking out as some, and not varnished in any way.
Nice place. It's a fine establishment.
Oh,
So Miri, she is you see like white hair. It's a little bit wild and it seems to almost like shift and stuff, even if there's no breeze directly blowing on it. I think she's got like a lot of furs, a lot of clothes, but she's probably taken some of them off if she's inside. There's like a kind of metal breastplate just leaning up against the chair. And she's sort of splayed quite comfortably like this, with a bottle of something that looks incredibly strong in her hand. Just kind of surveying everything. She's pretty chill. Looks like she's the kind of person that's up for a bit of a laugh.
amazing.
She is an air
Amazing.
genasi as well, if that helps.
Oh, superb. So, as you are in this establishment, you look around you, and there are a variety of different specimens. Most don't smile and raise an eyebrow. Occasionally, in the spit and sawdust kind of bar, there is a lady that's going table to table, just slamming kind of broths down. And one of the tables that she slams one of these brews down, you find Jake and Mail's character at the table adjacent to you.
Should I have to go first or shall I?
Either. Surprises.
I'll go. Yeah. So Zarfrat is a silver dragonborn, fairly tall. Even while sitting down, he's got it's quite stocky. Got quite distinct, obviously, horns, sort of like go back the back of his head, and he's wearing some like furs, sort of draped over him. Although he's kind of used to the cold, it's a bit too cold here now. But he's got a great axe sort of like leaning against the wall next to him or against the table. A great axe, sorry, leaning against the table. It's probably like almost as tall as him, but not quite. But yeah, that's him.
Amazing. Mail. Yeah, describe your character.
So my character go by the name of Zilkan. So it looks like a young human around in his 20, very white skin, probably whitish. And you can notice that clearly is not only a human because something wrong with all his hair. They are basically frozen. Got long dreadlocks that look like eyes. So someone who can understand things probably gets some genasi or some elemental blood in his body. It looks like a very calm character, blue eyes, the color of ice, and go around with a lot of fur and a bow, so very likely look like a ranger or an explorer, and seems quite comfortable and at easy in this weather.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So it is a very busy bar, but people are just talking in their very solitary kind of company that they're keeping at their tables. It's a very delaying, kind of desperate affair, and you can see that this place is almost kind of devoid of hope. But yeah, the scene is yours, guys. I will take your lead on whoever wants to go first before we introduce the rest.
I guess I'll look over to Zarfraden Zilkan. Is that right?
Zilkan, correct.
Zarfrax. It's Xarfrax. If that helps at all. Zarfrax with an X.
Zarfrax. And
Yeah, so
yeah.
also,
And Go on, go on, go on. You go.
No, go ahead.
And I'll just I'll look at the soup or whatever it was that's on your table and be like, hey, are those any good?
No, it is shit. It gets watered down every week. It's like basically water at this point.
And how
Try
much is
some.
it?
I just like
She'll think about like eating the food of a stranger for 2 seconds and then just tuck in. Oh, also she'll stand up and just come and like, you're her friend now. I'm just gonna plop myself down at your table. Hey, so who are you guys? You look interesting.
I am Zilkan. What about yourself?
Oh, I'm Miri. Miri, nice to meet you. And what was your name? Sorry for the 5th time, because I didn't catch it.
name's Zalfrax. You seem quite cheery in this place. It's unusual.
Yes, well, it's a nice night, isn't it? It's no one's dead, meeting lots of interesting people. And I'll take some of the soup.
Fantastic. So as you guys are kind of getting acquainted at this table, surrounded by just the most jovial atmosphere of people kind of grunting and kind of slurping and kind of wiping soup off of their beards and flinging it to the floor. A scene outside sees Darren's character. So, as Darren, as you trudge thick through icy snow, you have just entered the gates of this town that you're somewhat familiar with, Bryn Shander. The gates of this town kind of groan as you enter, and the streets are narrow, and the buildings are squat, and it's all weathered roofs and sagging under the weight of the ice and the snow. And as you walk, you see very few people scantily kind of like positioned in the streets, wrapped in heavy cloaks and heads down, faces kind of like looking at people that are walking in, not too sure if you're friend or foe. And the only inviting place that seems to be right in front of you is a tavern called the Northlook Inn. There you go. Wooden sign creaks. You see the door.
Well, I will push the door open, and as I do, there's a very lean wood elf in thick travelling clothes, scattered with snow and frost in his beard. But by his side is a coil of leather whip. And our Amasis will walk into the tavern, and he'll look around and he'll check his coin purse and see the few coins that he has in it, and he'll wander up to the bar and say, how much for a meal?
Oh, so at the bar is a barmaid and also what appears to be, you're not too sure if it's a landlord or not, but a very well built, kind of weathered faced man that's just kind of like nods at the barmaid as if, yeah, you can answer. And she goes, well, we only have a couple of things on the menu, but they're all reasonably cheap. Few silver.
Is there anything warm? Any hot
Yeah.
food tonight?
Absolutely.
And-
You sit down. I can bring something over unless there's. We haven't got much on the menu.
Okay. Thank you. How many coin would it be?
Yeah. I'll take a silver, but
Silver.
that will get your drinks for the night as well.
And I'll count the few coins I have, and I'll thank you. I'll take a seat over here, and I'll just go and slump into the nearest chair.
Fantastic. Well, looking around, there are very few chairs. Most of them are kind of like populated. There is the one that Miri has just vacated on the table next to Zarfrax, and I'm going to get this so wrong. Zalkan. So yeah, you're more than welcome either to join them or be adjacent.
Yeah, I'll wander. Forgive me. May I sit here?
Sit down, traveler. Tell us the news of the road.
Oh, it's cold. It started snowing. Did you notice?
And never stopped, actually.
Yes. No, you're telling me. Yeah, it's what time in the evening is it?
Yeah, it's roughly about 7 o'clock in the evening, but it's hard to tell because it all looks like midnight, regardless.
Yeah,
Is it 10 to 8, Jim?
It's
10 to 8,
it's
yeah.
almost like 9 minutes to 8
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah. But now it's 9 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgive me, friends. I've been walking all day. It's been a long road.
Oh,
Yeah.
come and sit down next to us. You do look cold. Your ears are all pink and everything.
There's little icicles coming off the end of my ears.
And that too. I wasn't going to comment on it. It's quite
Yeah.
cute. Like your earrings. You really pull it off. Do you want some of this? And I'll offer you the bottle of whatever it is that Miri's holding.
Thank you. Yes. And I'll pull out a little wooden mug on my belt and I'll plonk it down and have a good hearty swig of the drink.
Okay, can you do me a constitution?
Of course.
Yeah.
Come on. Sorry, D&D Beyond's having a moment.
No, don't
Okay.
worry. It builds the anticipation. We're all here like,
Nat 20.
that's
First
funny.
roll. Nat
Oh
20.
yeah, I'll let you describe. It's like nectar after being on that road.
Oh yeah. Whose drink was it? I feel like they should describe what the drink was.
I mean, I imagine it is whatever Miri has purchased that will just be some kind of strong alcohol that's got a bit of a kick, like like a whiskey or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Well, it's been a long while since Amethyst has had anything as exorbitant as this. It's expensive. It's good stuff. It's been a long time since I've had any quality booze.
Fantastic. As you guys are enjoying the company inside this tavern, is the faint smell of not only kind of like the grog, the meat and stew, and the strong smell of ale, but it's just the heat, just warmth is a bit of a relief. And looking round, you notice a couple of characters, but one is Andy's character. Andy, can you let Ghost in, by the way?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Smashing. So, yeah, and Andrew's character is leant up against the bar. You have just seen a kind of frosty bearded elf just kind of take his seat that looked to be almost sat at a table of tourists. I don't know.
Well, this 5'9" human with a great sword, sort of perched up against where he's stood on the side of this bar with blue hair and a strange condition of heterochromia that has sort of the eyes aren't just two different colours, they sort of change as they go. Clothes ragged, built for the cold, but you can tell he's taken most of it off at the moment, and he'll just sort of just curiously watch and try to listen to this group sat at the table.
Smashing. Yeah. Well, what are you guys talking about? And before that, welcome Ghosty to everything. Everyone say hello to Ghosty.
Hello, bud.
I
Hello,
don't think
Ghosty.
Ghosty.
So,
I don't think you've played before, but it doesn't matter. Is just get into it. So I'll introduce your character in a second. But
All right.
table of random patrons. What are you guys chatting about?
I would like to put the conversation about what's the news on the countryside, since my character is pretty familiar with the area. So I would like to hear what the people entering the tavern, if there's any news of what's going on in the terrible scenario, snow and ice.
I don't know.
Well, for my own part, I've been trying to stay out of sight, and I try to avoid people as best I can, since things took a turn. I have nothing really to report.
See,
Very true. And as you guys are just starting this conversation, barely even saying anything, Andy's character listening in, the door fires open and the gust of wind, bitter, cold air just bursts through the door as you see the outline of Ghosty's character, who comes in and then forces the door shut against the power of the wind, but manages to get it. Ghosty, as you turn round in this unknown tavern in the middle of nowhere, you're met with completely blank faces that are somewhat grabbing bags and putting them on their empty seats there, trying to make sure that you can't sit there.
Oh,
Apart
lovely.
from this one table that is just so happens to have a seat.
Perfect.
There you go. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to describe your character.
What, like an appearance description, real quick, or like
Yeah, literally just what would they be looking at? What would these guys be looking at if you came through a door?
Well, I'd probably describe my character as a reserved kind of a bit of maybe mystery, I would say, from just the look of it. I think his hair color, well, his dark hair color, he's got a hood on. Very kind of wary of the surroundings, especially from everyone blocking the seats.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah, that one space that is available is, yeah, just to the side of a very thin Darren.
Friend, come sit, and I'll just check with everybody else. There's no objections,
Friend, that's
and I'll pull
interesting.
out the chair.
So quick.
Yeah, but gotta make friends quick in this tundra. So, Andy, I get the impression that you're still at the bar at this point, just kind of overhearing what's going on.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that you guys want to do at this point? Are you in here for the long haul? Are you going to get food? Are you just, yeah,
I think
what conversation?
Services.
I'll try and get the attention of the barman.
Fantastic.
So,
Yeah.
excuse me. Yes, I'd like a drink of your finest ale. And what do you know about these strange people sat behind me at that table? Are they newcomers round here?
This very kind of, how do I say it? Broad-shouldered lady who quite clearly doesn't take any kind of nonsense from anyone. Pulls a glass, spits in it, cleans it out, puts it down, pours something for you, and then just kind of leans in to say, they look unusual, don't they? They don't look like they're placed correctly. They don't look like they're from here.
No. It's got me curious. I'll tell you that much.
Thing I know about strangers is they tend to have money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're on my wavelength.
Lovely.
Shall
Table
I?
of
Shall I?
thieves.
Oh God. Yeah. So this lady just kind of leans out, gives a nod to the guy who's kind of leant up against the bar, and then just says, "Yeah, very strange times." Yeah.
Well, I think it's about time I introduce myself to them. Wish me luck, and dare I say it, but you do know to back up any bullshit stories that I do tell, won't you?
Hey, they're not bullshit around here. Yeah.
Awesome. And I think I will walk on over to the table and, well, howdy there, strangers. It's great to meet you. I can see you're all having a pleasant time. Can I get you any drinks? Kate, you appear to be muted there, miss.
Gone into a full monologue.
Sorry, guys. God damn. I can't remember what I said.
Oh,
yeah. Actually, I just finished some of my drinks, so more drinks would be fantastic. That's so sweet of you.
Yeah, no worries. What are you looking to drink?
I don't know, darling. What have you got?
Oh, well, I can get you some of the good stuff, but it will set you back about 2 gold. How's about it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were paying for it, though.
Oh, no, don't be silly. Now, I'm just a waiter here.
Oh, you're a waiter. I'm going to look at the massive sword.
Oh, don't be alarmed at the massive sword. We just get a couple of ruffian individuals around here, and gotta protect oneself.
I thought that you might use it to maybe like balance drinks on or something, like shots, and then you could put it on the sword, and then people could.
Well, I typically save tricks like that for later in the night, but I mean, because you've asked, I'll give it a go. And how many of you we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think I'll get one for myself. And I'll head over to the bar and collect 6 shots and try and balance them on my greatsword, mate.
Fantastic. I'm not even going to get you to roll anything.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Is this on the flat or on the edge?
Ooh. No, that's yeah.
Well, then I will.
Yeah, well, it's got to be on the edge then, surely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Do me a performance.
Hell
With
yeah.
disadvantage.
With disadvantage on it. Oh,
Absolutely.
Oh, it's still good though. 17.
17. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe this. So you go for it.
So as
nervous onlookers like that over the shoulder.
As I make my way to the bar, I manage to I get 6 shots, but they're in sort of brandy glasses. More like it's probably a Jaeger bomb or something like that. And I pop 6 Jaeger bombs on this large, great long sword. The sword itself looks ornamental, but you can see it's just been sharpened. Looks very, very sharp, and just placing all 6 whiskey glasses along the blade on the point end, I managed to balance it, bring it over to the table, and one by one, I just flick the blade, and the glass lands in front of all of you. And I land one in, hopefully there's an empty spot at the table that I will take a seat at.
Yeah, pulling up a chair from a neighboring table and just tipping the bag over as you do it.
Yeah.
You can do the Riker maneuver if you want to kind of like hop your leg over and kind of sit with the armrest.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely sat on the back of the chair and say, "How's that for you?" And sorry, I didn't hear your name. What's your name there, Missy?
I'm Miri. All my friends call me Miri, and I've known you for about 2 seconds, so that makes us friends, I think.
I mean, It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, and I definitely consider us friends. How'd you like those tricks?
Definitely the best I've seen today.
Well, I got a lot more of those coming. Don't get me wrong. And he's going to turn to the rest of you and say, "How's about it, guys? Any stories of the wilderness that I should know?"
Everyone's just looking at you, serve these drinks from a sword.
I mean, hey, don't be
I'll take my
intimidated.
drink. I'll take my drink and I raise it to him.
I'll
Drink
bet.
it in one shot.
Good lad. Good lad.
What's your name, my friend?
The name's Aaron.
Aaron. Are you
Aaron.
familiar with the landscape around here?
Yeah, I've come and go. I'm familiar with the vast majority of desolate plain landscape, but only the local area. I don't like to go too far. I stay with the people that I know.
Fair enough.
Very wise, my friend. It's rough out there. The other towns, they're not all as friendly a place as this.
Yeah, quite right you are.
Yeah. As you guys are engaging in this conversation, again, the door of this tavern bursts open. Can someone roll me a quick perception?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Damn it. My perception is really good, but it's only a 14.
14. The door bursts open, gusts of icy wind and snowflakes swirling across the floor, and people at the back of this bar just kind of like shut the door like that as this door just kind of closes. Just casually looking, you don't see anyone, but as you kind of teeter up, you see a small child with a kind of seal-furred kind of hood up and completely circular round snow glasses that stood in the entrance of this door with a pile of papers. Under his nose, a trickle of snot that's frozen sideways across his face, just smeared
Oh.
sideways.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's not cute. That's disgusting.
Oh,
Yeah.
little child, come here and have some whiskey.
He kind of lifts his
These children are meant to
goggles.
drink.
He lifts his goggles to a face that looks like he has had 9 or 10 harsh winters, but his cheeks are red and cracked. And he starts going table to table, slamming things on the things. He goes, "Evening, times." Slam. Goes at another table, slams it, and he comes over at the closest person, I imagine being Ghosty, and also Andy, Erin. Kind of Prince on the Times, it's cooking, Prince on the Times, slaps it right in between you. What you do notice is as he's going round, people that are distracted reading the paper, he's picking up their glasses and just kind of taking a swig from the ale and then putting the glasses down. And he's going table to table, just taking a drink at each table.
I
So
don't mind sleeping. Good tactic.
I try
So,
to
yeah.
call the attention of this young fella.
Mhm.
I try to nod
Yeah.
at him. A silver for you if you tell me what you're giving away.
Yeah. He kind of twitters over. You can barely hear his kind of foot, as
Mumble.
he comes over head about table height, and he just goes, just giving away a piece of the latest paper. The happenings in Brinshanda.
Can I have a copy?
Absolutely, and he hands you a copy as well, and I'll put it in the chat for what you can see. And as he does, and he's breathing, he's breathing out like the fog, the mist of the cold that he's brought in from outside.
Can I
But yeah.
try to make I don't know if it's perception or investigation check just to see if the guy got any of the sign of the local tribes that live in the neighbors, or if got any anything that is out of place from this young fella?
Yeah, I mean, you can try and roll me a persuasion to see how talkative the kid is.
Yeah, not a
But
good bug.
I'll put the paper in the chat in the meantime.
All right. Okay, persuasion, I got a decent 16. Also, if I'm terrible, usually not really charming, but
Fantastic. Yeah, what do you want to know? Ask away.
if he's I try to get if he's a local guy who just want to see if the guy is anything unusual in his behavior or in his appearance.
Yeah. He's very much kind of like grown up in the harshest environment, but very much local. All the kind of patrons, all the people in this place
Seems
are absolutely, yeah, it's a normal scene for him to just be kind of taking the drinks and slapping the papers down. But he's very much talkative to you if you want, but he keeps kind of saying, almost insinuating, like, "Can I have that tip? Like,
yeah.
what do you need?"
I'll take out the silver and I just
Yeah.
ask him if he know anything about the main news that is just on the paper. I show it to
Yeah.
him. What is about
Yeah.
this? And I give him a silver coin.
Okay. I don't know much about the news, but what I do know is that I mean, I think there's bad men. Then there's some bad men. I can't really read, but the pictures don't look good.
All right, I try to look over my table to try to involve any of the other guys if he got any question to make to the guy.
Yeah. As you are talking to the boy, there is a particular figure at the almost kind of behind you, just in the periphery, that you can see that he's kind of taking interest in the conversation that you're having.
All right, I'll try to focus my stare on him to see if there's any details in his clothes or in his appearance that is unusual.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you roll me a quick, I guess, perception for that? And what are the rest of you guys doing?
I think I'd be trying to get a look at this this paper, so I hold my hand up
Yeah,
and grab the
fantastic.
paper. Now, do I recognise any of the faces?
No,
No.
no. All unusual names that you've never heard of. One relates to a death in this town, and the others in other towns.
Okay, so
What
one
was
in
your
this town.
Oh God, yeah, one in this town. What was your perception, Mail? Sorry,
I'm afraid terrible. 7.
7. Kind of looking around, this figure just remains annoyingly in the dark as that shadow just kind of casts over. So there's not much that you can tell apart from the boots are an expensive kind of like make with that fur lined.
Right. I'll
So
do a mental note to keep an eye on if he move from that corner.
yeah, okay, fantastic. So yeah, so anything that you guys fancy?
Yeah, I'll flick through
This
the
boy
paper.
is just
I'll flick through the paper and
Yeah.
find the crossword.
fantastic. The boy totters off, just kind of muttering to himself that he's not got the tip, and then just swiping a full pint off one of the neighboring tables and just taking that out the door with him, opening the door back into the cold, and the door shuts to a couple of people going, "Well, you fucking shut that door."
I think
There you
I'll
go.
turn to Ghosty's character, who I assume is sat down at the table.
Yes.
Yes.
You're very quiet and mysterious. What's your name?
Why do you ask?
Because you're sitting at our table.
You make a very good point. I am Zareth. What's your name?
What was your name, sorry?
Zareth.
Zareth. Let me check. Zareth. Ooh, that's a cool name. I'm Miri, and this is who've we got? Zilkan,
Yeah.
the one whose name that
I'm
I
a-
struggle to pronounce. Zarfax. And Erin.
Yes.
And I am Amasis, friend.
And Amasis.
Just sat there with my drink in the corner.
What brings you all to this quiet, lovely tavern?
I mean, respite, solace, warmth.
I thought you were a waiter.
Shit.
Good point.
Well,
Oops.
so ignore me, but I've got a little bit of a condition. Some may say it's kind of like bipolar. It's more like split personality disorder. Sometimes I'm this person, sometimes I'm that person. Right now I'm this person, but you can call me Aaron all the same.
I thought you were going to say the condition was stupid.
Uh,
I feel like slam the table.
It's a
Yeah.
rather convenient
I like
condition
you, Erin.
in your circumstance.
Yeah. I like you too, Mary, but you better hold that silver tongue of yours, otherwise you might lose it.
I don't think so. And there'll be like something behind her eyes that's like the slightest bit unhinged.
Oh shit! And yeah, I'll seeing that. My eyes are all messed up, so my eyes are just constantly changing color, and you can see that even I'm intimidated by that, and I just sort of look away.
What kind of table did I end up in?
I know, right?
So when I cover at Zareth, what do I see? What do you look like?
Well, kind of just half elf, very like pale skin, dark, I guess long hair, up to probably like the neck or the shoulder. Yeah, it's kind of covered by a hood that is still not down for trust reasons, probably.
Would I see your ears poking out? Do you have pointy
Yeah,
ears?
just a little bit pointy ears.
Yeah, so I've probably noticed them, and you'll see that Amasis has a fine pair of full elf ears. And I'll say, "Ah, friend, I can see that you have elvish blood. You don't see many of our kind around these parts. Are you local?"
No, as I tuck the hood in a bit more to cover the ears.
Zilkan, what did that paper say?
Seems like someone is killing people around.
And in this town as well.
Gnarly.
Maybe
Well,
there's
he
some
has to
money
get
that can be
the
made
figure.
out of here.
I want to know more about the person who's staring us down.
Yeah. Well, you guys ask away. What do you want to do, or what do you want to know?
Well, I want to know if somebody was killed. How do I know it isn't one of you?
Well, that's rich coming from a person with multiple personalities.
What do you mean? Oh,
Is one of them a murderer?
I'm still the same person. It just depends on my current mood. And if you're hearing this voice, it means I'm pissed off and getting a little bit mad.
Ooh. Is that what you said to your last victim?
Miri's gonna hold her hand out to Zarfax just to see if he'll high five or not.
I picked the wrong time to come for a drink tonight. That's for sure.
That's it. As you guys are chatting away and introducing yourselves, you haven't noticed that the figure steps out of the dark and puts a hand on you, Andy, on your shoulder, and then kind of gets down on one knee and just introduces themselves, kind of gets into the mix and just say, you guys are new here. Yes?
Not entirely, but yeah, sure. And who are you and why have you got your hand on me?
I do apologize, friend. I did not mean any harm. But I am in need of help. I think we are all in need of help at the minute.
Okay. And what would you need help with?
I forgive. I feel like I'm speaking in tongues. My name is Hilm. I'm Hill Cobain, and I see that you have been reading the paper. It has been most concerning recently. You know, there's been a spate of murders, right?
Yeah, we got the gist of that, that's for sure.
Well, and he's trying to kind of keep this on the down low, looking over tables just to make sure no one's listening and leaning in more and just going, I'm on the search for this man. But as you can understand, my needs no longer work. And so I need some help.
Man,
Yes.
right.
Is there coin in it, friend?
I like you. You must be the comedian of the group. Um, there is some money. There's always some money. But it's probably best that you go somewhere a little more private. And she kind of stands up and she just pats you again, Andy, and then looks over at the guy that's leaning on it against the bar, gives a nod. He kind of gives a wink back and leans and pulls back a curtain to like a small room that's kind of away from the hustle and bustle. What do you say? Would you interested?
Can I insight check to see if I think they
Absolutely.
are honest
Yes.
and that they want our help, or if they're trying to screw us?
Yeah, go for it.
Insight.
How are you guys feeling at the moment? Would you all follow or
19.
19? They've strangely got a very kind face, and they believe that they're telling you the truth. They are concerned about something, but you can't ascertain what that concern's about. Ultimately, you think maybe it's about the murder.
Okay. You're not going to
Uh,
murder us when we come with you, are you?
No, not yet. You've not done anything wrong.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh,
Look.
that's like for later in the night. I've got it.
You guys, you're all with the jokes. Ho, ha, 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 ha.
I'll follow the guy, but I would like to make a little, very long around the table, so to have an
Yeah.
opportunity to have a second look at the guy in the corner.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
just walking around while joining in the other booth.
Yeah, this is actually the guy from the corner.
All right.
And it's a lady by the name of Hiln. But since you're looking around, I will show you something else that again I'll drop into the chat. But you notice like a notice board. There's all sorts of curious figures that are in this bar as well. But you notice a notice board that's just hanging by the side of the bar as you're kind of walking into the back room. But are you guys all going, or are you some staying out, or like what's happening?
I'll go.
Yeah. If there's
Oh.
coin involved,
Yeah, I
I'm
think-
there.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I think I'd stand up and he would like make a show, like grabbing his great axe and sort of swinging it and resting against his shoulder after the
Yeah.
joke about not being killed yet.
Yeah.
Just like, yes.
Ah, fantastic. Very confidently leads the way into this back room, and then you can see some money being exchanged with the man at the bar, and as you guys, the last one enters, he just kind of pulls the curtain to make sure it's completely kind of, isolated for you guys. And then he says, finally, we can talk. We can talk openly. And puts hands on the table and goes, I am in need of assistance. We are facing a killer. And you look like you can handle yourselves. Yes, am I wrong here?
You're not wrong.
What on earth gave you that impression?
I don't know. I just take a wild guess and hang up. So here is the thing. We have had 3 murders in the past 3 weeks. Now, I have some ideas who these might be, but I am not sure. I cannot be sure. I can tell you what I know, but I need some help.
Well, why don't you start off by telling us what you know? That would seem like a
Yeah.
good place to start.
I am what they call, how do you say in your mother tongue? Bounty hunter? I'm a bounty hunter. I get hired by people who aren't the law to hunt down certain individuals. Now, what I can tell you is that 3 people have died recently. So there is a halfling trapper in a town called East Haven. He died. He was the first to go. Second was a human. Oh, they're so feeble, but he died in Targus. And then 3 days ago, a dwarf glassblower died just round the corner.
Right.
Has not any of the local sheriff taken interest in it?
They take some interest, but 10 towns. You know what the military's like. It's,
But you say you are a bounty hunter, so who hired you?
Yeah. Families of the bereaved. So there, I can't seem to make a connection from it. I've got a couple of ideas, but the strange thing is that each one was found with a blade of ice through them.
What kind of
Nice
blade?
It looked like it was made from frozen water. Just pierce them.
Yeah, is it more like a spike? Was it more like a sword? Was it more like a dagger?
Is this an icicle-related accident?
Yes.
Yeah, quite possibly, but 3 in the open.
I mean, so I've got 2 questions. First off, how much was the bounty placed for?
I can tell you.
Yeah, I know you
I
can.
can
That's
pay
why
you
I asked.
this guy, this motherfucker, 100 gold.
100 gold. Can I insight check that?
Yeah, absolutely. In the meantime,
19.
is 19. Yeah, you get the impression that it's probably a tiny bit more, but not by much. They're pretty much just passing the job to you. But in the meantime, you also get the sense that as she's talking, she's weighing up each and every single one of you as to like who she can trust.
So, you haven't explained why you even need our help. You're the bounty hunter. We're a load of
can't-
randoms.
I know, right? But I can't do this job. I've run into dead ends, and I'm
Sounds
too
like you're
old.
not very good at your job.
I'm
Maybe
just.
a new career.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Maybe one last job. I said to myself. I said to myself last week. I said one last job. But yeah, no more. No more.
Where the people were killed, you said they were all outside.
Yes.
Outside, a big, massive thing of ice just
Mhm.
through them. Did it look like there was any kind of fight, or were they just dead? Was there signs
No.
of a struggle?
There was no signs of a struggle, but and then looking towards the curtain to see if anyone's kind of like peering through or if there's any like feet at the bottom of this curtain. Anyone? I think I might have one suspect. A gentleman by the name of Sepek, and I can pronounce that, is Sephek. Sepek Caltro. Now, the thing is, here he was in each of these three towns, but yeah, I don't know where he is now. I don't know where he get to.
Can you tell us anything else about Seth Keltro? Was he a merchant or a traveling salesman? Who is this person?
I know very, very little about him, but I can tell you this, something very strange about this man. He was outside in just a waistcoat and a thin shirt. Now, we've lived here for some time. I don't think you've seen anyone outside just in a waistcoat.
My cousin Barry did it one time on his birthday. He drank way too much and we dared him to do it.
I like your Barry.
Hmm.
Nippleless Barry.
He
Yeah.
wasn't in Targus, was he? As
No.
they reached the notebook to write Barry in a notebook.
No. No, forget I said anything.
You just got a Barry on the suspect list.
Shit.
What happened to the ice knife? Do you have it?
Yeah, just as you imagine, it just stayed there. I mean, the bodies go now, but I'm losing the accent a bit. I do apologize.
But the weapons.
what
Would
And
it
you
be
said
possible for us to have a look at it?
Yes, if it still remained, if people haven't destroyed it, you can have a look. But there is one other thing that I should tell you about Sefik, is that his eyes weren't normal. They were blue, like a blue flame. They looked somewhat unnatural. So the people tell me.
I'll look over to Erin's eyes and just compare to the description.
Mm.
Anything?
This
No?
seems
Yeah.
this seems romantic. Am I?
I mean, romantic from one side. I wouldn't say so. I don't see much in this guy's eyes, that's for sure.
Have your eyes changed colour is what I was getting at.
No.
Fair play.
It is Sefrak is the guy that someone make a draw of him. I saw at the entrance in the main room. There is a wanted
Yeah,
sign for a killer.
yes. Yeah. It's all guesswork. No one really knows. We've just got, forgive the accent going now. Just got his name in ledgers at the hotels and things like that.
Guilty
I'll
of
just put his
who's
name in
innocent.
ledger. Sorry, what?
I said guilty till proven innocent.
Yes.
So wow.
This is the way.
Were there any witnesses, anything like that as well?
There were screams. People heard the screams. Yeah.
And this was at the glass blower. You said that was just around the corner?
One of the people was a glassblower, but he died around the corner.
And was he a glass blower in this town?
He loved to blow the glass. He was a glassy blowy.
Did the victim have anything in common?
You've lost me now. They have one thing in common. They're all dead.
Yeah, but like before they were killed.
Oh, before they were killed, I never spoke to them. I don't know.
Did anyone saw this Sefer cultural, or it's just a guesswork? Why people point finger at this Sefer?
Yeah, it just how rumor spreads around these towns. It does strike me as unusual. Can you do me a persuasion, Kate, since you were asking about more connections?
I will. Persuasion. Okay, come on. Ooh, 22.
Okay. There may be one thing, but I don't know if this means anything at all, but it is believed that these three people tried to escape the lottery.
This is the lottery.
Would we know what that is?
Yeah, do me a history check. Ghosty, what are you up to at the minute? How are you feeling?
I'm just a little confused. Lottery.
Good.
Very interesting.
Yeah, at least you're not confused with my accent, which is great.
Oh,
I'm enjoying it.
could I ask
Thanks,
more about
man.
the lottery? What kind of lottery is this?
Yeah. Well, I'll be able to tell you on the history check. Who was rolling me a history check? 7. You know vaguely, just collectively, all of you guys, vaguely, that the locals of the town subscribe to the belief that certain sacrifices have to be made. And normally this is done through a lottery system. Now, each town has a different way of kind of, trying to lift this curse, basically. And so, there you go.
And would I know how they are sacrificed?
No.
No.
Do we know?
Would we know
if they are sacrificed to?
No, go for it. All of you.
Okay, just asking. Do we know they are sacrificed, but to whom?
Oriel, the one who bring this curse, they believe that it could maybe be lifted. If we kind of I don't know.
Hearing the same bullshit since forever in this land. The Frost Maiden doesn't care.
She does not give a shit.
A frozen shit, as they say.
Frozen shit.
Doesn't give a frozen shit. So would we know who organizes the lottery or who does the executions or anything like that?
Each town takes care of their own business. However, some don't always do a lottery. Some, but some of the larger towns do, and they normally have the leaders from each town, they come to Brinchanda and they talk about it and they organize it. But that's just past. So it's not, don't expect them to be having a meeting tonight. Oh no.
But clearly look like someone doesn't like that who won the lottery. Change his mind.
Maybe, I don't know.
When
You
were
think
they?
you might? Oh yeah. The last one was 3 days ago. The
3
one
days.
that was here.
The one before? I've got it
The
right.
week is probably about a week ago, and then a week before that for the other.
So 1 week, and then 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And at the same time?
No. A week apart. Yeah.
Yes, but like in the evening or in the morning, like
Ah.
before breakfast, or specifically at 8:57 in the evening.
No, just stabby, you're dead.
Anytime, stabby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Hey.
Yay. Okay.
So I think she at this point should be kind of leaning in and just going, so I tell you as much as I know, but I need the help. You can see where I'm stuck.
Listen, I'm happy to help as much as I can, but you mentioned some coin as a potential reward. Are you based in this tavern?
Yes, I know the owner. Not a very happy man, but I know the owner, so I'll be staying right here.
And in terms of coin, I hate to bang on about it, but well, it's a useful commodity these days. How much would you pay for a conclusion to this?
I can only afford 100 gold.
100.
Of course, I got paid a little more, but I see this as like a finder's fee.
This is 100 each or 100 total?
100 total, you'll be rich.
It's worth asking.
So how much is your finder fee?
I'm taking a modest amount, maybe 10 gold. Something to keep me warm, something to pay off my tab.
Maybe you can help us giving us the name of the dead one.
The dead, it's a very good question. His name was Bobby.
Bobby.
This is the dwarf you're talking about?
Bobby the dwarf.
Bobby the dwarf.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
My
Yep, that's canon.
Bobby the dwarf.
Bobby.
Glassblower.
Bobby
what
the
about the
glass
human?
Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah.
All right.
Every time the people talk Bobby, he's just blowing. He's just blowing away.
Is
He just loves to
Loves the blow.
Yes, he does.
I've heard of Bobby and his blows. They are quite exquisite.
Everyone loves a blow from Bobby.
It's almost as if you caught the guts off guard.
And who is that? Wait, what? Hang on, you were called. Look at me making notes. Hilm.
Was that?
You were called Hilm, and then who is your lovely, mysterious friend with the very nice boots?
No, that was me. That was her. Yeah.
Wait, hang on, there was 2 people at one point. What's happened?
No,
No,
so
there's
there
just
was one person in the dark who was Hiln, just kind of like coming
Right.
out and
Okay,
meeting you.
retracted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I must be drunk.
No, you're okay.
Character.
We all got carried away with Bobby the blower.
Bobby's
the blower.
blowies.
Oh, Bobby.
Seems pretty evident why he's been killed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too right. I'm surprised he hasn't sacrificed himself.
He gave one too many
Oh.
blows.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, down a back alley was murdered. Oh,
So 100 gold if we can find the killer. It
Yeah.
might be Harry, we're not sure yet. And
Oh,
is there like a time limit on this?
ideally, no one else.
Okay. Can we go to Bobby Blower's house?
Yeah, it's all yours. You can do whatever you want. So I'm trying to retract the accent. You can do whatever you want.
Fabulous.
I've just made you private investigators.
Do we get a badge?
That's it. You can come up with a witty name if you want.
no. I hate witty names.
Oh,
Bobby's blowing crew.
Della so far.
Right.
So
We better get searching. I need to find me some Bobby. Or at least the perpetrator of Bobby. I don't care.
that means something completely different up in Scotland.
Oh, well, I'm from the south, and that doesn't mean much.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be on the hunt for Bobby.
Oh. I'll pretend I didn't say that.
What does it mean in Scotland?
Yeah, what's that? What is it?
Exactly what you'd think it'd mean if we were X-rated.
Oh, right. I thought it was some kind of drugs or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
If you're on the hunt for Bobby, but with an A in there. These guys, Jake and Mail, can attest to that.
English. I just crossed the
Thanks,
border.
man.
So
Threw me under the bus there.
I'm slowly learning the Scottish lingo.
I
Not
think
quite got to Bobby yet, clearly.
I think this is just you, Jim.
I don't speak the language, sorry.
Oh, what? Right, I'm gonna have to get Urban Dictionary up.
Yeah, Jim, this is
Oh,
just you, buddy.
What kind of life Jim lives up in Scotland?
Yeah.
On the hunt for his Bobby.
Oh, on the hunt. Oh, God. Right.
Right. Where are we
What up
headed?
to?
What are we doing? I'm starting to get a little bit antsy.
We have to search this frozen landscape for man in waistcoat. Sounds easy.
So- It is Hill now. We are still with Hill.
Yeah, if you want to be. If
All
not,
right,
you can talk to people in the bar or anything.
Where
I
does
look.
this... Oh, sorry. You go for it.
I just say. I'll look at the other guys. Just all I like to say. Are you guys up for it? Should we try to investigate this matter?
I mean, I got nothing better to do.
Well,
If it
can
means
try to-
filling my purse, then
Well,
Oh, I think it
I
sounds
guess,
like a
yeah.
fabulous time.
Trolls don't buy themselves, so
Smashing.
Hey.
Well,
Wait.
with that, Hill just kind of peels back the curtain and goes, "Ah, well, I guess we're done here then, yes?"
Can we all put our hands in a fantasy RPG world? Go, go, go.
Like
Power Rangers,
fantastic.
Like that.
assemble!
And Max. There you go.
One final thing before we all go.
Hmm.
In fact, two final things. First final thing, where does Sefek live, hang out, party?
Don't know.
Spend his
We haven't been able to find him, but he rents rooms for in the same towns for 2 nights, staring straight out the window. But he's not local to any of the towns. We don't know where he stays.
Has he rented anywhere here that we know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And then final
you-
thing. You do still have the gold, right? You haven't spent it all.
Right here.
Oh, yeah, she has it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there
I have
is there any
another
chance of an
question.
advance?
Roll me a persuasion.
Come on. 10.
Okay. 10 gold.
It would help us get going.
Okay, and then just counts them out, and then just double checks, and then goes okay, and then just there you go, 10 gold. You
We'll-
can split it amongst the
we'll get
party, or you can keep onto it. It depends on if you're an asshole or not.
Is your line an asshole?
did anybody see how much was? Oh no, she just said it. Yeah, no, I'll split it evenly, or as evenly as possible.
Yeah,
I got another question for Hill.
yeah.
Do you know if there's any other lottery or any other sacrifice that will be made that is planned, like next week or in the next 10 days?
There definitely will be, but it won't be for like another week, I don't think.
All right.
That is a great point, actually, Zilkan. How does one get out of a lottery?
Oh well. Seems to be that these people doesn't like that you get out of a lottery.
Yes, but my question is, if they got out of it, then how did they do that? Is it like names out of a hat and they took their names out of it, or they never put their name in?
That I don't know.
Hmm.
Well, we have a fresh. The last one, I think, will not be that difficult to find out how the lottery worked for that last one, and see what happened with them.
Hilm's not still there, are they? Is Hilm still there?
Just kind of like looking at you guys like, well, we done? Are you gonna ask her something, or you just back there?
Well, no, I meant to ask Hilm about getting. Sorry, I didn't make that clear. I wanted to ask Hilm about getting out of the lottery.
Oh right, okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
not
Uh,
saying that.
Look, I don't know. I didn't turn up. It's just a theory, but if I didn't want to be in the lottery, I would run. So
Run away. Okay, got you.
Has anyone ever escaped without being shanked by an ice blade?
this is a very recent thing. There have been people in the past that have kind of left the towns, and sometimes we see them and then we go, haha, you're back in the lottery. But other times we don't see them, but this thing is different. It's new and it's disturbing. And now people are kind of questioning, am I next? They ask. Not me, Hilm. I'm a bounty hunter. They're asking, are they next?
Okay. And sorry, Jim, what time did you say it was?
Oh yeah, it's 5 to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably about an hour after you walked in, so it'd be about 8 o'clock.
At night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, good talk. Good luck.
So-
I'll be here.
So what are we thinking? Should we if it's only 8 o'clock, is it worth going and looking at the scene of the crime before? Is it dark outside? What time of year is it?
It's all dark. It's dark
Yeah.
It's
all
all
the time.
dark.
Yeah.
We could go to the scene of the crime, and we could go to Bobby's house.
Go on a hunt for some Bobby. Yeah.
So he's
That-
got tools.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Fantastic. Well, as you guys kind of make yourselves out of this room, who's leading the way, or who's at the back?
I'd be at the back.
Okay.
I'll probably stay at the back as well. And watch
Yeah.
everyone.
I'd be behind the barbarian.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be at the front then.
Yeah.
I go in the front. I go in the front. My character know the landscape.
Okay. Well, Jake and Mel, as you kind of leave, the first thing that hits you is right by the bar is two gentlemen that are just kind of like obviously like best buddies that are just kind of like chatting to each other, and one's just going, I'm telling you, man, it's a conspiracy. It's something fishy. These guys, these fucking leaders, man, they dictate it all." Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah. I just ignore them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walk by fucking drunks.
Yeah, fantastic. That's fine. You walk on. Yeah, describe what you want to do. Do you want to leave the pub and?
Yeah, I played it outside.
Can you roll me a Constitution? No, a Dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh god. 4.
Fantastic. Can you describe to the group what they would see with you being knocked clean off of your feet straight from stepping out the door?
I
Something
think-
hits you from the side.
I think given how like broad he is, like it'll take quite a lot for him to get not clean off his feet. So it takes him by surprise. He goes, awesome.
Fantastic. As you kind of go through the door, the people at the rear, male straight behind you, followed by everyone else. Ghosty and Andy, you would merely hear the kind of the high pitch as you see a pair of feet just flung into the air, kicking snow up and coming down with a crash. If you guys are on Owlbear Rodeo, this is what has run into you.
No.
There you go. So instantly, three stocky figures that are bundled in cold weather garments and garbs stumble toward you, smash. All three of you splayed on the floor, clambering up in what is like a human kind of pyramid of bodies. Snowshoes kind of scattered all across the floor, all swearing at each other and what have you.
So are they coming into me as I've gone out? So he's just crashing into each other.
Just head on.
Okay.
No one was looking. Bang.
Sorry, I did not see you down there. Apologies, friends. I'll try and scramble to my feet and sort of like offer them a hand up.
Fantastic. One reaches up to kind of grab your hand, and you notice that he is missing two of his fingers, but he holds onto you and then pulls himself up. The other two just kind of scuffle, almost like back tortoises, just kind of like rocking back and forth, and then kind of getting onto their feet and then back up, brushing snow out of their beard and giving themselves a good old shake. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean that. Jesus Christ, you're a big fella.
Yeah. Fault is mine. I wasn't looking where I was going. Anyway, I'll sort of scoot out the way, and you go into the tavern.
Oh well, please, Boruk, look inside of this fella. Oh, look inside of this fella. He's a big one. Like that. And then a dwarf just behind him is just kind of looking at you and then nodding. And go, he's just twice he's a big fella, and yeah, he's a big fella. And this guy just goes, "Oh well, strangely, we are in need of help. We need some help. Oh, and all of a
Everyone's in
sudden,
need of help now.
I'll be up in a minute.
we're a needy town." And just looks to the open doorway as he sees all you guys just kind of almost single filing it out, but just stopped in your tracks. Well, what you can do? You coming out or you staying in?
Let's go then.
Just on our way out. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll turn to the dwarves. Do you know Bobby? As I turn to the rest of the group, like, do I all know each other?
yeah. I don't. Yeah. And I just want to say that it comes across slightly racist that we just know other dwarfs, but
It,
It's a small
I mean,
town.
look, try.
Exactly.
Exactly. You might be
Yeah.
cousins, you might be brothers. It's worth a task.
I mean, there's some families that kind of go that way. I agree, but no, look, we're in real need of help, and Christ, you guys are the only people that we bumped into. Please help us. It's desperate. It's now. We need you. We need something. Help.
Let's go. I head
What
out.
is it, friend? What's up?
Yes. Well,
Oh, how do I say this? So we're well, you can tell we're dwarves. We We're out there. We're out in the wilderness, and God, we were surprised. We were dragging our kind of like iron ingots in, and we got caught off guard. They caught one of our members, one of the members of the group. Don't know what's happened to him. He's still out there. We need someone. We need someone to go back. Someone to help him.
Where did this happen?
yes.
That's it. So as he breaks out like the map of Icewind Dale, it roughly equates to about 5-6 miles out. I can actually show you on the map if you want me to bring it up, but it is just in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, we don't know if he's alive, we don't know if he's dead. Meanwhile, the other two dwarves, one is kind of nervously looking towards the skies every 2 seconds, and the other one just doesn't blink, just stares at you.
Do they look? Sorry, I was going to say, do they look like they've been in a fight?
So it's roughly about there, if you can see pointer. Roll me a quick medicine.
Ooh, medicine. For 14.
14. Yeah. Not only are you familiar with how dwarves are put together, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and all that type of stuff, you are confident that the gloves that they're wearing should be filled with fingers. They're extremely frostbitten, and yeah, they look like they are clinging on basically to health. You're surprised that they're stood on their own feet and they're talking at this point.
I think Sarfax would be like really like overly keen to help them out. Like he feels bad for them, and he knows how like the wilderness is a bit dangerous. So he'll point us up and go, "Don't worry, friends. We will save your friend." And he'll just grab his sort of great axe, swing it over his shoulder again, and go, "Friends, come on!" And just like wander off in the
Just
vague direction. Yeah.
But Oh, the background's gone.
Like turn around like no one's following.
Are you guys just letting your newly acquainted friend just wander into the darkness? Making the scene?
I think Ghosty was going to say something, and then I sort of interrupted with that message.
Go on, go see.
I want to know what their like attire is, what they're wearing. Do they have any like belongings on them, like
Yeah,
weapons or?
they are wearing very old and tattered kind of inner fleece like seal garments, that they've taken off the animals and what have you. It's old, it's worn, it's not rich in any way, and it looks like it's been in a recent kind of scuffle, but you can't make out if the scuffle is like, someone tearing it or it's just the wear and tear of them trying to survive the wilderness.
And so,
Do they have
sorry,
any
Jim, can I just confirm? Was it kind of literally in the middle of nowhere where they pointed on the map,
Yes.
or was it on
Yeah,
the road?
that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see.
It's okay. We'll Darren and I will do
Gotcha.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you guys up to? Bearing in mind the big kind of dragonborn has just kind of just gone this way. Just
I for one, I'm torn between staying with the big guy and staying with the rest of the party. So I'm kind of
in the middle, like between two
yeah,
camps.
that's it.
Well, I'll go ahead and say if we don't follow him, we potentially lose a meat shield. So,
That's very
I
true.
suppose
That's
we
very
might as
true.
well.
I head out. I follow him outside.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I'm sorry, just 2 more questions to the dwarfs, please. Because
Excellent. Two more final questions.
idea of what we're doing. Okay, so your friend, what was your friend's name?
What these two here?
No, the one that was taken.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ubuk.
Uber.
Sorry, who?
Ubuk.
Book.
Ubot. Ubert.
Yeah.
Okay, Ubert.
Why not?
And he was taken. But how many orcs took Ubert away?
Orcs. I don't know who. I don't know what it was. I don't know who took him. I think it might have been a Yeti. I think.
We didn't see what it was.
Yeah.
And
By the way, do you guys want to take a break? Because I realise Darren, do you need to do the bedtime
Yeah,
stuff?
I do need to go do the song.
I lost track of time. Let's do it.
That's
Cool.
all right.
Yeah, we'll take
Back in
a
5.
break, and I can research what the name is called. I know it's Ubuk.
do not research the name, Jim. I'm enjoying the random names.
Ubert now.
No, Bobby and Fred,
Bobby.
surely.
Bobby the dwarf.
All right, back in a sec, guys.
Back in
Joking. All right. I'm sorry, Pip and Adam. Sorry, guys. There you go.
Get out of here.
Okay. Now we've got rid of them. Let the party start. Right. Okay. So, yeah, Ubuk was his name.
And
Clarification, it's Ubuk.
Ubuk or Bok is in the chat.
and can I ask your name?
Yes. I'm Haruna. This is Corex, who's looking at the sky nervously like that, and Storn.
Why did we give you time to look up the real names? Disappointing.
Yeah.
We've put
Yeah.
ourselves up there.
This is Julian. This is Martin, and old Rory. Yeah,
Rory.
Rory the dwarf.
Rory. Friends with Bobby.
And it
There you
was
go.
a creature that they didn't see, and it took their friends. That
I
was
didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't see it, but it was it was big. It came out as through the dark, very fast, attacked us. Screams, God, the screams just tore out. Um, w- we need to make sure our friends okay. I mean, there's a little payment. You know, I understand that you're risking your lives. You look money motivated, apart from your friend who's just taken off.
After a while, your players
He's
just
just
seem
scouting
winning their way
ahead.
back.
That's it. I heard money. So, right back. Yeah. So
Well,
if you can help us, please.
I'd say we can help you there, Rory. Let's go. I'm up for saving a life today.
Okay.
after you
You
The way I
guys
see
all
it,
in
we
a
should all
team?
look after each other.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I trust
Okay,
all of
right.
us implicitly. Let's go.
Yeah, I trust you
Like
as
this.
about as far as I can throw you. Come on, let's go. And we're gonna
Fantastic.
go this way.
Yeah. So having kind of left the dwarves without discussing payment, which is great for them. Where are you guys? Like, where are you going and how are you going to get there? Like,
I mean, we're gonna
So,
walk through the snow.
Zarhax, have you just as Zarhax just turned around and come back to us, and now we're like, right, let's go.
I play, yeah, after like a minute of like realizing that no one's following, if you play like wander back and sort of meet you guys, like,
I'd
what is
like
hold up? We need to save this man, unless you would want to save these murders. But let's face it, they're dead.
Let's focus on the living. Well, come on then, what are you waiting for, Zarhax? Let's
Exactly.
go.
I like his spirit.
there you go. Right. So
Yeah.
you've got a rough idea of where it is, but it's over to you guys on how you can do that.
I would like to
So,
talk with one of the dwarf to give us some indication on the location. My character is pretty good tracker in this area, so I'm pretty sure with the description I'll be able to guide all the group over there.
fantastic. Okay. So are you happy to lead the way?
With the dwarf by my side to guide me, of course, to point me what direction we're
Yeah.
going.
And
Yeah.
as we're walking, I will just say, I will get out my cartography kits, my cartographer's tools, and I'll make a note of where we're going on the maps.
Okay. Fantastic. Right. Okay. So marching order, we've got Mail, you're leading the way with Darren swiftly behind. And you guys are roughly close together, close knit, would you say? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like towards the frontish. Yeah.
Yes. Fantastic. Right, Mail, can you roll me a 2d4?
2d4. Let me see if I found
Hmm.
here. That's 1 and that's 2. Roll. Here you go. A fantastic 2. And
That's
good luck
two.
tonight.
Yeah. That's good. Okay. So yeah, you guys kind of make your way through the wilderness. You start to trudge on the snow as you start to leave the city gates. It's evident now that you are in the vast wilderness, and cold seems to snap at not only your fingers, but you can feel it kind of piercing just your eyes stinging and your fingers stinging to the touch. So you cling on to the garments and keep yourself warm as best you can. As you start to navigate, the light from the town starts to dissipate, and you find yourself devoid of light caught out in the tundra. A blizzard quickly erupts descending on you out of nowhere as the swirl of wind catches you off guard, almost blowing you off of your feet, and you're bracing yourselves by leaning into it. How are you guys proceeding? This is strong wind as it's coming at you.
So I'll just bend over, lowering closer to the snow.
Mhm.
My ranger is pretty familiar with the Arctic landscape, so I just
Yep.
cover myself through, and using my survival skill, I'll try to guide my group.
Fantastic. Okay, so as you start to go through this onslaught of cold weather that's just getting worse and worse, the howling of the wind is circling that you can barely hear the noise as you start to try and communicate and motion to where the next set of tracks are or where you're going, the direction at which you're heading. Can the first three people roll me a constitution saving throw, please?
So
Oh my god, 10.
Zarfax, male, and myself.
I'm on a roll today. For the
Yeah.
tree. Or the minimum, of course.
Sounds
Well,
like
it's right.
what thing I'm good at.
You're doing good. You're doing good. So the one was 10, one was a 3. Was that?
Yeah, it was 10, a 3, and a 9. Was it the first 3 of us? Sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
10, 3, and 19.
10, 3, and 19. Okay, fantastic. Whoever got the 3, can you roll me a survival with disadvantage?
Sorry, for who's this one? Sorry.
Whoever got the 3.
Oh, me.
Sorry, the Discord broke up for me, so I know
Yeah.
the scores, but I don't know who read them out.
Survival with disadvantage, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so I got an 8 and an 8. But this is also my character main, how is called, favorite terrain. So I should have a double
Yeah.
bonus. So it should be like a 12 and 16.
Okay, that's fantastic. As you kind of plod on, you realize that you're quite evidently going in the right direction, but the communication between the group is somewhat diminishing. For the briefest moment of time, you think that you've lost the person directly behind you. You think that you've, I believe it was Jake. Were you directly behind?
I think so, yeah. I did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is merely a fright. As you hold out just a minute longer, you look back and you see the outline of a figure that's trudging through, followed by the rest. It's a precarious situation and the wind's getting stronger. How are you guys wanting to proceed?
Do you know how much land we cover? How much of the distance? Supposedly say
You're
something like
roughly about an hour in.
Mm.
So you're probably it was about 3 miles to where they were pointing on the map, 3-4 miles. You have managed to get about 2.5.
Well, so we should be getting pretty close.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not too far.
I mean, I hate to suggest this 2.5 miles in, but I might put my snowshoes on.
All right.
All right. I just stop for a few seconds to wait for all the group to regroup, check if all of us are okay, and keep going on otherwise.
Okay. You guys all concur? I mean, you're all part of the group. Yeah.
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 All at once.
Done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe it isn't a bad idea.
Fantastic. Okay, so you guys are going to push on, right?
Push on.
Okay. Right. Can you all make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Come on, Barbarian, you're good at these.
Oh, sorry.
7.
8.
23.
A 12. What? A 13. Yep.
10.
Okay, so the lowest score was 8 there, right?
7.
7.
7. Right. Who got the 7? Darren.
Yeah,
Jake.
me. Yeah.
Okay, as you push on the onslaught of this weather, you are following the tracks that Mail has kind of set out, and as quickly as you're putting them down, this wind is blowing them straight away, filling them in, and the mixture of the low light and you squinting and forcing against the wind. When you look up, Jake, you are separated from the group. Everyone else, you realize once he is no longer with you. So I'll leave it with you, Jake. What do you want to do at this point?
I'll just shout out like, "Hello? Can anyone hear me?"
That's it, right? Roll me a performance.
Oh God. Oh, now I roll well. 18.
Yeah, fantastic. Briefest kind of whimper that you can hear that's almost mistaken as the background noise of the animals on the landscape and the blowing of the snow. The group managed to pick out. You get an idea that Jake is lost now, but it's up to you guys if you can find him.
Can I use my 60 feet of dark vision to scan the area and see if I can see him?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Again, try and roll a perception if you want to kind of squint at it. Kind of.
Mhm.
But
18.
Oh, fantastic. Can you roll again? Because it was disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Still an 18 because that second roll was a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Amazing.
You managed to catch sight of him. He is just on the periphery of that 60 feet. You can kind of make out the shape where you're not too sure if it's a rock or not, but it's moving.
All right, I will relay that to the group and suggest that how far away do I see this shape?
Just 60 feet, like just on the edge.
All right, in my bag I've got a length of rope. I'm going to sort of tie it around my waist and hand one end to somebody, and I'm going to go off into the bleak blizzard and try and catch up with this shadowy figure.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, as you hand somebody the rope, I'll also tie a rope to my waist and hand that to somebody else. I suggest that we'll just chain ourselves together with rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah. There you go. Right. Jake, can you roll me a perception with disadvantage?
Oh. That's not too bad. 15.
15. Plodding through the snow, you start to make out what looks to be Erin kind of making its way to you. Around him, he's holding onto a rope with one of his hands as he's forcing his way towards you. Before long, you two are reunited.
I'll just grab you by the hand
God.
and I'll sort of guide you back towards the group as we're all shackled via rope. And as you come closer, I will tie you up into the rope. As strange as that sounds, but I'll link you on.
Oh, thank you. I can also get out my rope and tie around it so we're all chained up. If that helps.
Yes, that definitely helps. Yes.
Meanwhile, during these 5 minutes, I would like to try to assess the weather before keeping moving on. So while they are
Yeah.
tying and getting the rope, I'll try to assess if the weather is getting worse or maybe improving.
Yeah. Yeah. Please do a nature check.
Oh, on a roll, told ya. That's a 4.
Oh, four. It's hard. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, but it's been going on some time, and you aren't too sure if the worst of it's past, or you're just getting used to how frozen to the bone you are at this
All right.
point.
But my reckon we should almost get there, no, to the point the dwarf described.
You're not too far if you push, but I will say that it is getting late, so you're more than welcome to force your way on.
All right,
So
I look at the group. If
Do we-
all good to go forward.
No sense going back.
Yeah,
But
I
what
agree.
should we try to find a cave or something? Are we even going to be able to fight in this weather?
Well, I certainly can. I don't know about yourself, but don't worry. I'll keep you safe.
I doubt that.
Well, don't you worry. Don't you get your hair in a twist. Come on, let's go.
yeah.
Right, let's go.
It's now 11 o'clock at night, roughly. You force your way on, enduring what is some absolutely bleak, horrific weather, and you start to feel that the kind of crashing of this blizzard starts to dissipate, starts to kind of ease off a little, and you make out just on the horizon the crest of what seems to be like a snow-covered ridge. You see in front of it what might be a body,
Body?
maybe, or a buddy.
A
Is-
Could
buddy?
just be a friend. It could be Bobby.
Bobby.
Is it
Bobby's body.
Bobby, our buddy.
All
So
right, so
there's-
go on.
You go. It's okay, I'm eating pudding at the same time.
Oh, oh, what you got?
Okay, so
I can't tell you because I just get told off for being posh.
Oh, why there's something for white shows, isn't it? What is it? Caviar. Yeah. Right,
I mean, you
guys,
have
over
to
to
tell
you.
us at this point, Kate.
Yeah, you do actually.
Actually, not
In
that
fact,
fancy.
You have to.
It's one of those goo melt in the middle ones.
Oh, yeah.
they're all right.
Like
They're
8
alright.
quid
They're all right.
for like 2 spoonfuls.
Was
Yeah.
on offer.
Only 7 quid.
Yeah, 7.45. Did you get it with your club card points or?
Sorry, club card what? Loyalty cards are for peasants, Jim.
It's
Yeah.
like a private members club, Kate.
I don't do my
For the
own
middle
shopping, I
and lower classes. Right, seems yours, guys. That's it.
Let's go.
So who saw the body?
Well, I'm guessing it would be like Jake and Mail if they're kind of at the front of the pack.
I go to shout his name, but then realise I don't actually know his name. So I'm like, you know what? I didn't even get his name. I'll just run over to it, forgetting that we're all kind of chained up.
Yeah. Smashing. Are you bringing the rest of the group with you?
Yeah, I'll
We're
follow
tied
I
wherever.
won't
together,
like force like, I won't like run till they all fall over. I was giving like a bit of like a nudge, like a tug, like and point. And
I'm
so,
just walking wherever I'm tugged at this point.
I thought we were all talking.
yeah,
That's how I go through life.
I'll just tug Aaron.
I was
Yeah.
gonna get everyone to do like a dexterity saving throw as you just run off with the rope attached to you.
No, I won't kill us.
So yeah, and describe it. Jake, describe how it goes, what you want to do.
Was that found something or someone, and yeah, just so I guess they're on the floor. It's just like a mound, basically. Just
Yeah.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
in fact isn't really concerned about any danger. He's going to try and help him or help it, whatever it is.
As you kind of run over and kneel, it becomes evidence that this is the remains of a dwarf. The snow covers some of the gory bits, but it's mainly like a headless torso and severed limbs are quite visible. Yeah.
Where's the cleric?
Slowly the others. Oh yeah. Slowly the others arrive, including the one eating pudding.
Can I kneel down and do a medicine check to see? I think he's dead, right? But to see if I can discern
His
anything.
He's got no head. It's like
I think he
Just
might be dead.
passively, you can tell he's dead. That's it. And with the medicine, you could confirm he's probably more dead.
What to say is, does it look like some kind of beast attack? Like it's like
Right. Do you want to do like a nature or a yeah?
no.
Something like that.
I mean, hang on,
That's it. Doesn't matter medicine. Just go for it. I'm looking for pulse, everyone, on this head that's over here, separate
He's
from the
putting a
body.
tourniquet on his neck.
I could try a nature check. My nature's not very good. The range of yes. His head's not nice. What did
Yeah.
Clearly natural death.
Yeah. Did you roll the medicine?
I can.
No,
No, I rolled-
I was no, the way you described it, I thought, oh, how do I describe this? He's
I rolled a
definitely
nature.
dead. Yeah, what did you get for the nature?
Oh, a one.
Right, yeah. Just Christ. You are definitely at one with nature, and you know everything that's going on. This is definitely snow.
Guys, I think he froze.
I don't think snow decapitates people.
There's some crazy shit that happens in these parts.
That's fucking funny.
Oh. So should we go through his little dwarf costume and see if he's got a name tag that says Jerry Dwarf? What's his name? Dubok.
Check his collar, see if he's got a
Jerry cousin.
no.
Steve, how are you feeling at this point? You've just watched a cleric kind of run over to a dismembered, severed corpse and ascertain that it's frostbite. What is there anything that you'd like to do or say?
Can I check for belongings? Or like anything that's relatively nearby? A backpack? Anything?
Yeah. Anything that you'd like to roll, so you can do like a survival or nature check. You can do like an investigation. You can passively look around if you want.
I want to do like an investigation check. See what.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I got a natural 1.
Right. Yeah. It's still recovering from the blizzard that's happened. You just kind of put your hand softly on Miri's back and just agree. Frostbite's a killer.
I like to look around if there's any track of creature or other humanoid on the snow,
Yeah.
maybe.
Absolutely. With your passive perception, you can see that there are grooves that are kind of leading the way, and they're on tracks, but you can't really tell much more than that.
All right. So we find the dwarf. The dwarf is dead. I think we should head back to town. The weather risking to get worse, and it's pointless to be outside here.
Yeah. Can I I'll pick up the what remains are left, and as I'm doing so, can I surreptitiously just look through his pockets and just
Yes.
stealthily loot him?
Yeah.
I don't want
Are
anyone.
you trying to be kind of deceptive about it, or are you just gonna do it in front of everyone?
I feel like it's a pretty low point in my life to be searching a dead dwarf's pockets. So I don't want anybody to see. I'm not making it obvious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You start to just rifle through the body as you just pick it up. No arms or legs to it, but you just kind of pick up a torso and almost kind of rest it, and almost like you're nursing. Just and then just like dipping. You do find something, which I will share with you in about 2 seconds. But what are the rest of you guys doing? Anything?
I think I'll try and survey the area and just keep my head on a swivel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Can you roll? Can you roll me an investigation, Andy?
2.
Fantastic. Right. Yeah. Very little. You see very little either.
Yes, I see
It's
some
just
snow.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Darren, that's what you see in the main chats. That's what you find.
Oh. Kelvin, forgive me. I'm gonna follow.
I thought that said Kevin.
All right, and on that, I was like, "Oh, guys, friends, he has a parchment here, and I will share it with everyone. Let them know, and then help them." Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. So what are you guys up to?
So the truck that we find, there's any chance we can associate it with any beast or animal or?
Yeah, absolutely. I just need like a good roll from anyone.
Yeah,
No
nature.
roll.
I'm aware.
Roll and the world's your oyster.
I've got a plus 6 in
Is it
survival. Should I give it a
perception
go?
you want in, Jim?
What's that?
Is it perception you want in?
No, so to describe the scene, so you've got a body there that it's got no arms or legs, but you've determined it's died from cold. And then there are tracks, 2 grooves that are leading away, but and there are various footprints around and some other stuff. But so far, there's been a lot of ones.
I'll have a look on a survival roll if that's.
Yeah, whatever you want to roll,
25.
man.
25.
25. Survive. Okay, right. I'll give you a loose synopsis of it rather than kind of adhering to the survival. You notice that clearly whatever Ubuk was defending or whatever the dwarves were defending has been led off. There are various footprints in the snows. Some of the dwarves themselves, some are of a far bigger creature that has attacked whatever this body is. And then there are later tracks after all the carnage that seem to have dragged whatever was here away.
Okay. And they're going in the opposite direction so that we came further into the wilderness.
They're kind of going south, so not further away. The only thing I would say is that it's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night now for you guys.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
So, did I see any of our guys taking out a map and cartography instrument?
Yeah. I've been keeping track of where we've been coming, of where we've been going.
I would just try to say, maybe try to make a note where we are now, but for now we should head back to town because night is coming and the weather is already horrible.
Yeah, I'll do that if that's...
All right.
Is that the consensus?
I think
Sounds
we-
good to me.
if we headed back, if we were headed here and the blizzard was in our faces, then surely if we head back, the blizzard blows us faster as we walk. That's the theory.
It's the DM.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
maybe if we
making
wasn't
shit up.
The only thing is, these tracks might be gone by the time we. There's a
Yeah, I'll also make a mark of the direction the tracks are traveling in on the map.
Okay.
I'm happy to go forward and follow the truck. Just want to anybody be aware that if we encounter another big blizzard, we run the risk of not making it back.
Mm.
Is there a cave anywhere around?
Roll me a perception, but it's with disadvantage because you're outdoors, unless you've got some way of illuminating the area.
Can I shoot a sacred flame into the sky and use the light to see?
But like a firework, like a flare.
Would you allow me to assist this perception check with my dark vision to make it a flat
100%.
roll?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have dark vision as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm helping you.
You can still help me. So
I am.
I'll do,
So, I mean,
I'll
I'm
do
gonna-
like this.
I'm gonna.
Ooh.
And shoot up a little sacred flame, and then as it illuminates like a flare.
And everyone's there like that. Yay.
We can both roll, or do you want me to roll?
You roll just flat roll because you were at disadvantage. Now you're
Yeah.
at flat.
Come on, you've had a 1, so it can't be.
Come on. 21.
21.
Boom.
Fantastic. Although the landscape is very bleak, you make out not so much a cave, but the ledge of rock and ice and stuff like that that is acting as a natural shelter from the atmosphere. It's not the best sleep that you guys are ever going to have, but it is taking you away from the wind. It's roughly, I'd say, about 30 feet off, if that. But it keeps you quite close to the remains. The only thing is, you might not be able to kind of pick up the tracks again.
There's a little
Mm.
hostel type situation over there. That
Can I, let me just have a look what I've got. Can I, while we're here, take 2 of my, oh God's sake, where are they? 2 stakes and stake them into the ground in the direction that the tracks are going.
Yeah,
So,
if
Like
if
a
you're
line
happy
of
to.
stakes pointing.
Yeah.
So that if we can find a way back to this point, at least we know where they are.
Yeah, if you're happy to. Yeah.
Do that.
What you guys would like me to do? Would you like to try following the truck?
I see. Let's take some shelter. Let's see if this weather parts up. Let's give it a few hours and just play it by ear. What do you think?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good
Yeah.
idea.
I mean, we don't
Right.
know how far the tracks go. It could be for
What we don't want is for this weather to get any worse. So if we start to see the weather die down, that will be our moment. But if the weather gets worse, then at least we're safe enough inside this cave. I say we're hedging our bets quite nicely.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll start to find a way toward the caves.
Fantastic. Fighting your way against the weather, which has eased off considering you're just in a blizzard. You get over to the cave. It's not so much a cave; it's like a ledge that's shielding you a tiny bit from the wind, from the bluster, but you're still feeling the cold. So if you guys, yeah, how do you want to do this? Are you all going to sleep, or is people taking watch, or yeah?
So if the weather is kept up, I will. Can I discern if there's any sort of anything dry, any sort of kindling that I could use to start a fire?
Ooh, that's a good shout. I'll say that there is some some like old roots that are kind of hanging from the ledge of a dead tree, so you can take some of that. There's nothing that you'd need to roll, so you could.
Cool. So I fetch all that up, make sure it's dry, and just try and find some sort of dry patch underneath this ledge in which to just try and start any kind of fire.
Absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
What do you want me to roll for that,
Yeah.
Mo?
guidance.
No, I'm just going to say that you do it. Yeah,
Oh.
you do it. It's enough of a shelter that you'll be able to kind of get a fire going for yourselves. So, yeah, fire started.
Well, yeah, I got the fire going, guys, and thank you for whoever just shouted guidance in my head. I feel like that helped immensely. Thank you.
So, there's any chance to get on top of the ledge?
Yeah, you can
Mm.
just walk outside and round.
Yeah, I would like to try to see there if there's anything that we can see in the landscape.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it'd be a perception with disadvantage, but yeah, go for it. But in the meantime, yeah, are you guys? Tell me what you're doing. Are you going to go to take turns? Are you going to rest? Are you going to all stay up? Like, what's the score?
Well,
I'm probably gonna stay up. Not really too
Yeah.
trusting to sleep, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
oh, I'm going to sleep. I'm sleeping like a light.
Yeah, for my part, I've been walking all day, so if there's an option to have as good a night's sleep as I can, then I'm taking it.
Hell
We're
yeah.
going to take it in turns.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep. You watch.
Okay, and then I'll wake
Yeah.
you up.
You wake me up. You can try.
I wouldn't want you to be late for your shift now, Erin.
Look here, mate. You can try and wake me up. It might not go
It's
the way you fancy it.
easy. I will take first watch then with sorry, people. Zareth? Staying up?
Yeah.
Okay. But as you guys take the first watch, I'll just get the perception from Mail and then see what Jake's up to.
So perception
Okay.
was a 10.
Then you could be mistaken, but you potentially see the flicker of light on the distance, but it's so brief that you almost feel like you've imagined it.
All right, so I'll decided to keep also the first watch with whoever is taking a watch. Sit there with my eyes on the flicker and my bow in my hands.
Okay. And Jake, what are you up to?
Yeah, he was like chilling. He's not like eager to go to sleep, but he was like sit down and just like doze off maybe after a while. Like he'd be
Okay.
keen to go for a watch, but even though he can't really see, he won't really say that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fantastic. So, Mail, yeah, Kate and Ghostly, you are on the first watch. It's over to you.
Very.
Oh, I don't think I heard any
Yeah,
of
you
that.
broke up.
Cut out.
Did I cut out again? My audio is not great. Can
Oh, it happened again.
Your audio's the worst tonight.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it help if I get really close to the camera? I said, Zilkan, what's up? You look tense.
What you ask? What's up here?
You look tense.
You look tense.
I don't like it. This is the reign of the Frost Maiden. Anything outside a town is her territory. So I saw some lights. Maybe I was wrong, but just want like to keep my eyes on that.
Did they seem like cold fire glows, perhaps?
Just some flickers of light. I can be mistaken. I'll point in the general direction to them where I saw the lights.
Yeah.
Any of you able to spot anything down there?
Really hard. Can we
Like,
see anything?
with dark vision, actually, have a
Yeah.
little can do.
Yeah, you can again roll a perception. It's with disadvantage, but yeah.
All right, might as well. Hey, a 2. Nothing. Just snow, more snow.
So why are you here?
More
You're
cut
on
out.
so bad tonight, Kate.
Not hear me. Ah!
I think you said, why are
Then-
you here?
Yeah, I said, why are you guys here?
Why are we here?
Why is anyone here?
Reason? Me? I don't know. I only met you guys like Can you not?
Disconnect, Kate, and then back again.
We'll start.
I'm sleeping.
The hat's coming off.
There you go. Oh, you got the headphones.
Things are getting serious.
Yeah.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on? Hello? Hello?
Switch over your input and output device. It won't switch
Hello?
automatically. There you go.
Can you hear?
Yep.
What did I say? Is this better?
Yep.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
So first I said, why are you guys like here? And then someone said something, but I didn't hear it, sorry.
Well, let's start off with you, actually. Why are you here?
Oh, I just go wherever the wind tells me to, you know? And sometimes it's to crazy places like this.
Interesting.
But that,
What about you, Mr. Ranger? What brings you to this frozen wasteland?
I was born up here.
Makes sense. You know your way around.
I used to. Much has changed since I was young. Orel was not like this. We used to have season. We used to have sun. We used to have the changing. Now it's just snow, desert everywhere. That I don't like.
Do you know what caused it?
I know what the folks say in the town, but nothing more than that. I can tell you that it's not natural.
For sure, yeah.
So are your like a family from here then?
Family. I used to grow up I used to be with the barbarian tribe up in the ice of the moving sea, but that was a long time ago. No one now that I know live back in the towns. Where are you folks from? Why you end up on this side of the world? You don't look like a Northerners.
Oh, is that directed to me or to?
Both
Okay.
in your direction.
Well, wherever there is the opportunity for knowledge is where I go. And this seems a better place as any to start. To I suppose understand what happened here. Look for answers.
Oh, so are you like what do they call them? Like a scholar or something like that?
Something like that.
What do you think about the others? I'm not so sure about Erin, you know.
Which one was that again? The multiple personality disorder kind of Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not so sure. I mean, he was definitely trying to bullshit us when he first came over.
At least we got drinks with him.
That's true. I like them. He's kind of interesting.
That's definitely the right word.
We're quite an interesting group.
I agree. What about the others? What do you think about the others?
Ooh, I don't know. I think Amissus might be a little hard up, but I think everyone around here seems a little hard up, so I don't know. And then the Dragonborn. I'm getting
Meat shield?
everyone's name muddled. Yeah, Zarfax. He was very keen to go and help the dwarf, which is kind of nice, I guess.
Reckless, you mean?
Well, you can be nice and reckless, I suppose. I don't
Well,
know. Seems kind of sweet.
we all follow. So his instinct was in the right place.
Mm. What do you guys think is like we're gonna find in this place?
Well, first of all, the murderer. Something strange about him, though. I don't think it is definitely something supernatural, I should say.
You mean about the murderer in the town?
Yeah.
Hmm. And then maybe a yeti or whatever the dwarf said it was.
Right, Yeti, owlbear, whatever
Hmm.
crazy things are out here.
I guess we'll see.
Do you want to wake the others? See
Oh
if
yeah, nothing happens. We don't all get murdered.
no, you're all fine. You're just chatting. Andy was asleep.
Yeah, we'll
There you go.
wait to get this. Yeah.
There you go. And just to double check, Ghosty, are you sure you don't want to take a rest, or?
I mean, if we have time, we can.
Yeah.
Other people can
Yeah,
take
got
watch.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on, right? Well, over to you guys to wake the others.
So who've we got?
Yeah, for sure. Let's try to wake up someone else before going to bed. I'll try to recap the what's the name? The dragon, the Zarfa. I can't pronounce the name, guys.
They're called Jim.
Yes, correct. It's your turn on watch.
Yeah. Ugh. Thank you.
I point out to him where I thought I saw the blighting, the light, just in case.
I'll look with my non-dark vision and see nothing.
Yeah, and I go sleep.
I will take watch.
I'll do the same with Darren. Just give him a little tap on the shoulder.
Okay.
And then
Oh, is it my turn to watch? I'll pull myself up and go sit over by the fire. Have we got? Is the fire still going? Have we got enough to see us through the night?
Yeah. Erin's done a fantastic job. Blazing.
Fantastic. So I'll sit down and I'll pull my blanket over my furs and over my cloak, and I'll huddle up and try and keep warm as best as I can. I'll speak over to Zarfax and say, it's not often I see one of your kind in these parts. What brings you to these parts?
Like many of us, just surviving. What about you?
Once upon a time, I was a local here. Once before the winter, before all of this, I owned a general store just on the road into the 10 towns, and yeah, we did very well until the frost came. It was an elvish luxury goods store, and as soon as people started having to fight for survival, well, they had no coin for luxuries anymore, and well, we just about scraped a living until they started looting, and then we lost everything. I've been scraping by ever since my wife succumbed to the frost 2 winters back.
Oh, my condolences. I know loss all too well. It's hard times. So
seems to be more and more common these days.
Yeah. That's why I was eager to help the poor dwarves. Try and save at least one person. Jeez, we are too late.
I feel like it's the only way we're going to get through this winter is by trying to help each other.
That is true. Oh God, shall we break the other one here? I feel like it's only fair we all take turns to watch.
Yeah.
And have one person sleep all night.
I'm not sure. They seem quite grumpy here. I'll let you go and poke them.
Yeah, I'll walk over to Erin and just like give him a nudge.
Hello there, my dear friend. Thank you for waking me. Is it my turn? Is it my turn for a watch?
This new voice.
Oh, ignore that. There's many voices inside my head, and this one is just one of many. Apologies if the previous ones were fairly rude. I myself am not rude at all. It's a pleasure to meet you.
He just stands there like dumbfounded, like what?
You'll get used
Just
to it.
walks away.
Yeah.
As in, oh, he's so confused.
Yes, yes. I think you're right. I'm glad the fire kept going. Quite the blaze now,
Was it?
isn't it?
You're obviously a survival expert. You've spent some time out in the wild, it seems.
Ah, yes. I've lit many a fire myself, for sure. Now,
And you're a local and presumably used to the cold by now.
I'll be honest. Yes, I am a local to this cold area, but I never once was. I've just sort of wandered in here. Couldn't really find my way back out again, so I decided to stay.
Well, I'm not sure I understand that. If I found myself here, I'd be trying to do everything to find my way out. That's what I've been trying to do, is find a better life.
Well, who says I have a terrible life? I think I've got a pretty good life. I come, I go, here is as good as any.
It is cold, though, right? It's not just me.
Aye, but have you ever visited any of the areas that are super hot?
No, I've not had the chance.
Yeah.
You have, I presume, then.
Yes,
A
I've
traveller.
I've been everywhere. I quite like the cold. And I see you've got a pretty nice blanket there. Mind if I come and snuggle up?
And I'll just hold it just a little bit tighter and say it's quite small in here, actually.
Looks quite big to me.
I've offered my blanket up for far too many people in the past, and
Well, no,
it's become a
apologies.
trope that I share beds.
I am one of personal space, and I can see I have upset yours, so I do apologize for that. So tell me.
The Dragonborn has a Dragonborn-sized blanket. You might have some more room.
No, it's quite all right. I've got my own blanket. I was just making a jest. So, both of you, what brings you to the area? Are you locals?
I just said like dumbfounded, like he's like, what the fuck is this person? He's like,
Ah, yes. Well,
yes, I was born and raised up here, but that was before all of this snow.
yeah.
Yeah. Me too. I'm from like wild before all this, but when the doctors came, things got tricky for us tribes, and kind of dwindled down to just me. So how to survive out there. So I moved to the town for, I guess, survival, be around people. But I don't think I meet anyone quite as odd as you.
I can assure you there's many odder than I, but I'll take it as a
I wish to
compliment.
meet them.
Oh, fair enough.
What is this condition?
Your guess is as good
Does
as
this
mine.
always happen?
Really. Depending on the mood is depending on the personality or character that you get exposed to. Pretty much it. I don't know more about it than you know yourself. Let's just say I'm never lonely. I quite like it.
Well, you certainly seem a dab hand with that sword. I was very impressed with your handling of the drinks earlier on. Would you show us another trick?
Show you another
Pass the
trick.
Are
time.
you circus? From the circus, maybe?
No, it's
You
just a
seem quite
few,
talented.
just a few tricks that I've picked up along the way, and I think I will bury my sword into the ground and then proceed to do a handstand on the hilt of the sword. Ah, how'd you like those apples, eh?
Holy shit. I've never
Yeah.
seen something such as impressive. Dragonborn, you've got an axe. Do something.
Yes. You must have a few tricks up your sleeve.
Entertain me.
Sure, and I will try and replicate what he does and just fall on my ass.
Ah,
You can roll a performance for it if you want.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, if you
Oh.
fancy.
I don't
Just
think so.
Yeah.
Oh, 9.
Oh, yes. It looks good for a second.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
pretty
it's
easy.
not in my gift to. It's not in my gift to award inspiration, but you've inspired me, both of you.
ah. Thank you very much, and I dare say it, but that was pretty impressive for your first time. I think if you keep it up, you'll make quite the performer.
Maybe when we're not freezing to death, you can teach me one of your many skills.
Yes, and don't be afraid of freezing to death. We've got a fire, we've got friends, we've got blankets. We'll be fine. What sort of time of day is it, Jim?
It's starting to come to the end of your rest. So, I mean, you can wrap up and if you fancy, or.
I mean, the one thing not sure I have too much of is food, is rations to see us through. I presume you're all well stocked for food for the morning.
No. I forgot to put any in my bag.
I've somewhat rushed out following these dwarves and not really thinking about the basics of survival, like food and water.
Snowshoes.
Presumably the ranger snowshoes. Yeah, I mean I've got those. Yeah, presumably the ranger will know where to find some food. Perhaps we should wake him as the light starts to dawn.
Okay. So with conversations happening and you guys taking turns, can you all roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Ooh, 18.
Okay.
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Mm-hmm. And Kate,
Sorry, 21.
21. And Ghosty, what was yours?
18.
18. Most of you had a fantastic night's sleep. I mean, it wasn't cozy, it wasn't like the inn, but for braving the element, you guys have done pretty all right. Did you say you had Russians, Darren?
No,
All right. Well, do you have like a water skin or something like that?
I'm pretty sure I've got a water skin.
Yeah. You had a water skin.
Oh no.
You mean? Yeah.
I
Unfortunately, left out in the cold, these things tend to freeze and it's ruptured. So, unfortunately, your water skin is no longer usable. However, waking up somewhat refreshed, you do notice in the distance the flames that you saw flicker are real, very much real. On the horizon, you see light burning.
Burning. Can we try to determine in what direction is that?
Yeah, absolutely. Without rolling in anything and just purely
Ah.
through the conversation, it is in the same direction as the stakes that
All
I want to
right.
say a missus.
Amesis. Amesis.
A missus. The stakes
A miss.
that a missus has put down.
Looks
Okay.
like we got fire in that direction. Are you guys ready to hit the road?
Jack.
I'm ready. Yeah. I'm just gonna turn to Miri for just a second and say, excuse me, are you Miri?
Oh, your voice has gone all funny.
Yes, I apologize. I do understand that the last individual that you spoke to was rather rude, and I'd just like to apologize. That's all.
Oh, don't worry about it, dear. What are you the same? Wait, hang on a second. This is one of your identities.
Yes, you can put it like that. Yes.
Are you still Erin? Like, are you still called Erin, or do you have a different name?
No, we all tend to go by the same name, Erin. Makes it easier.
Can I insight check to see if this is absolute bullshit?
Go for it.
Yeah, ask Andy.
I can
I
roll.
imagine. Yeah, I imagine it's like a glass. The person who holds the torch speaks.
What's your insight roll,
Oh.
Kate?
Well, so this is a good question because I actually don't understand it. So the one that I rolled is 11, but then my passive insight is higher.
I'll go with your passive insight.
Well, yeah,
Is that how that works?
kind of. Your passive is just sort of insight on everything, but making an active passive check, an active check typically overrides it because you're actively trying to do it. But
Got you.
it's up to you.
That's cool. Then it was 11.
Yeah, which beats my 3. Yeah, you get the sense that I don't really understand if I'm telling the truth or not. It's just the information that was given is about as best guess as he can make it.
Got you. Okay. I just wanted to establish whether this was a con or whether like you have a genuine issue.
Oh, I think he's got genuine issues for sure.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Your medical
well,
prognosis is coming up. He's pretty fucked.
Gave that one away for free. Damn. Oh, don't worry about it. You know, I like an argument as much as the next person.
Well, fair enough, but you won't be getting an argument from me. Let's put it that way. I'm one of the nicer ones.
Ah, but then when do the other ones come back in?
I'm not too sure, to be quite honest. They just sort of appear when they feel they need to talk.
Oh, can you ever control it? Can you say like, it's your turn, or does it just happen?
No, think of it like a crowd of people. Whichever one speaks the loudest is the one that speaks for us. Right now, the rest of them are, I would assume, resting. I am the spokesperson for the group right now.
Sounds exhausting.
Oh, it is. Yes. Trying to get your voice across against many others can be tiresome. But, you learn to live with it.
Oh, well. You're all right with me, Erin, and I'll give him a little on the shoulder in a friendly way. Not an I'm gonna punch him.
He looks
Not
worried for a
I'm
second, and then he just sort of giggles at you. Very good, very good. Right. Let's go and see what these lights are about, shall we? Lead the way, Ranger.
All right, I get on the road, and while we're tracking, I will try also to forage or to get any food along the way. Should
Mhm.
be part of the with survival, of course.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Should I give you a
That's
roll?
it. So, yeah, if you could do a roll.
Yeah. It's a brilliant 11, but I got +4, so 15.
Fantastic.
Oh, still
So,
with disadvantage? No. All right,
no,
sorry.
no.
right.
Scuttling around in the drift, the snow. Less turbulent than it was the previous night. You managed to pick out a couple of hairs, and that's it. So,
Okay, I share them with the rest of the group.
yeah, fantastic.
Oh,
Oh.
legend.
Yes, thank you kindly.
I hate to do
And
this
I
to the
keep
group, but no, just so you know, it adds your bonus to your roll. So your 11 was a 7, and then plus the 4.
say again, sorry.
All right.
Oh,
D&D Beyond automatically adds your modifier onto it.
Yeah,
So
but
you,
this is my ranger got Arctic as a terrain type, so I should double the proficiencies, but I don't know how to do it automatically. So I just another.
okay.
So I added another 4. But thank you. So
All right. It was higher than a 10. So you got it. So yeah, there you go. So
yeah. So we
how do
keep on following the trucks. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Tracks have all kind of whited over with all the snow from last night and the wind and what have you. The only thing guiding you is the very faint flicker every now and again of some flame, but you get closer and you see it and it disappears. Then you see it and it disappears. Before half an hour, maybe an hour go by, and you find yourself here. So is everyone in Albert Rodeo?
Yeah.
yes. Oh,
Okay.
we are very small.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Or are you very far
Oh.
away?
These ones are small, and these ones
Yeah.
are far away.
Yeah.
Bad
Are
attention.
those clouds?
I didn't get that.
And, right. So there's something new to Owlbear Rodeo, which I'm going to introduce you to in a second. But yeah, after a long while, probably about half an hour to an hour, you finally crest the hill and see in the distance, with groans and grunts, cursing loudly, 6 goblins, all hunched with ropes, pulling what looks to be their haul, a bulky sled full of iron ingots, pulling it through the snow. It is a heavy burden for them. At a rough guess, they're probably about 150 feet ahead of you. They have no idea that you have been tracking them or that you're behind them, but the scene that you find yourselves in.
Well, I don't see that they just look like they're just out on their day's work. I don't think they're too much of a threat, don't you?
Did the dwarves not say that they had a shipment of iron ingots? Is this not the stolen goods that?
I mean, it could be, but do we really want to assume that they've stolen something? They could just have got them by nicer means. They could have mined them themselves.
Or maybe they just like found the cart. That doesn't necessarily mean that they stole the cart.
Yes.
Finders keepers, right?
No.
I once knew a wizard who'd always introduce himself to foes.
Oh, really?
To
He
potential
sounds
foes.
he sounds like a fucking idiot.
We all no.
I certainly won't be doing that. No, definitely not.
Are you sure?
So is it? It's still. Well, what's the weather doing, Jim? Is it still blizzardy?
Relatively calm. Forgive how light it looks. It is dark. And I'm just putting this
Okay.
in for Zareth for Ghosty. But if you could join Albert, that'd be great.
Sorry.
Just click that link and I've got you.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Jim, there are in the neighborhood, there are any little hill or elevated area that to have an
Yeah,
advantage over the goblin.
to the north, there is like a cliff face, but it's not something that you're going to be able to kind of scramble up quickly.
All right. All right.
What
So
should I
we are
do?
clearly getting closer if we keep on our pace, no?
Mm.
In my experience, goblin are never up to anything good in this land.
Yeah,
What
it's a
do
good
folks
point, Jim.
wanna do?
Is that the kind of consensus for goblins as a race in this? That it's they're not typically a good race.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like the consensus is anything out in the wilderness isn't really good,
Yeah. Okay.
Including us.
I was going to say that.
including the war crimes that you guys are about to commit.
Well, how do you think we should proceed? I think we got two options. We could either try and talk to them, negotiate, or beat the shit out of them. I'm happy with either.
Yeah, I mean,
I vote Plan B.
I think we followed cart tracks coming from the dead body of the dwarf who did have some iron at one point. So I think I'm in camp fight personally.
I also agree. I don't think goblins, I believe they either stole it or killed the dwarf themselves.
No, he froze to death.
Oh yeah, you did a medicine check. I forgot.
Yeah, he did freeze to death. Lots of snow.
Right, well, I'll go first then. Let's go. And I'll just head on in,
All right.
full of confidence.
I'll start going north to try to take an elevated position and try to scramble over the rocks you were saying.
Okay, right.
Wait,
So,
before you guys go,
Oh, yes.
I
Yeah.
will.
Oh, what's going on now,
will.
Jim?
I will bless you and bless you and bless you. Wait,
Made some
actually, I
upgrades.
might not. Let me just check. Actually, no, I won't bless you quite yet.
I didn't sneeze, to be fair, but
Yeah.
that was a
I
funny.
did say bless you to you anyway, Erin.
Oh, well, screw you.
No. I would do it, but it's only up to 1 minute, so let's hold off. I don't know how
Okay,
to play.
so how are you guys proceeding? Are you going up there to chat to him, or are you going to what's happening?
Oh, I'm going in. Yeah, I've got my sword drawn and I'm walking up. That seems to be what everyone wants to do, so I'm full of confidence.
Fantastic, right? How are you doing that? Are you creeping, or are you just
Nope.
going bounding in?
Bounding in.
Fantastic. Okay, right. And the rest of you guys?
I say sort of.
I am
close
directly
by,
behind Aaron.
Great axe.
Right. Okay, right. We're about to enter initiative then. Fantastic. So, at the top of your screen, this is brand new. There should be something that looks like a book. It says Grimoire.
Grimoire.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't
Yes.
click it.
We can't click it if it's paused.
Yes, try now.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you see your character?
Yeah.
I've just got
Can.
like a big black
Can you
screen.
roll initiative?
What is that?
If you tell me where that would be.
It should be the. I can
Oh,
roll it
sword.
for you.
Is it the swords?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I don't know if that did anything.
This is a new test for me, so you gotta forgive me. I
Yeah,
just
there
want to see if
doesn't
it works.
seem to be like any.
So,
So-
should we roll initiative and write it down here?
Yeah.
Oh,
So there you
you
go.
need to set your initiative
no.
bonus in what the green sword is. The one
Ah.
writing down. Enter your initiative bonus and then click the dice, the golden dice on the right hand side.
Yeah.
That rolls it. So I got 20.
Oh. Oh no! I did the wrong thing.
All right, just roll again.
I do it again. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's so many dice on my screen.
What's happening? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Wait. Why? Oh, I think I set my initiative bonus to 10. That's not going to be good, is it?
Well, it'd be good for you.
Well,
Yeah.
I would be cheating, but.
So I'm 15. Okay. Oh, I'm very far back.
It's like 20
No.
dice rolls. What's going on?
Yeah, how many people have we got?
Okay, right. Is that everyone rolled?
I
17.
think so.
Fantastic. Right,
I
we're in combat. Approaching, bounding up from the south of this cart. All of a sudden, you hear one of the goblins scream out and just go, "Swears!" Turns round, draws bows, arrows at the ready. Vamfrax, you are first into battle as these guys are just kind of readying themselves.
Okay. As he was just like sauntering up, like confident, when as soon as the goblins draw their bows, he's just gonna dash over. So that's 6. 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So that's 60. And I will bonus action rage.
Okay.
And that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Yeah. Fantastic. Anything that you'd like to say, or
He'll always like, yeah, like thieves, and then that's about it.
spot on. There you go. Having done that, it is going to go over to one of the goblins. Don't know if you can see it. That guy over here, in
Yeah.
the middle of the pack. He's going to start to kind of grow larger,
What?
and he's going to move over here. He's going to take a shot with the bow, but because you guys are at such a distance, it's a miss. And there you go, Miri. It's over to you. Your turn.
Ah, no. Too soon. I was not prepared. Okay. In that case, I will. Oh no, he went very far away, didn't you? I will move. I can move 35 feet. Oh. So I think that gets me alongside Aaron. Nan. Oh, you're too far away.
You're too slow.
Let me check my spell here. I don't think I can. That's only 30 feet. Oh, that's a bit crap, isn't it? That's 60 feet. Not very much I can do with everybody so far, and the goblins are really far as well. So I am just going to. It's a waste of a spell if I don't. Okay. I guess I will just dash again to move a bit closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No problem.
So that'll get me another 35 feet, but I'm going to go at a bit of an angle. So where did that get me? Oh, Lord. About there, I think. Is that right? Just measure it back. What's next to Erin? Oh, no. A little bit further. 2 more spaces. There we go.
As you guys start to approach, start to get closer, you see in the distance a larger kind of vehicle that's on wheels being pulled by 2 huge polar bears that are reined in quite fiercely, fighting the shackles that are kind of constrained them on the tongue of this carriage. And yeah, a reddened kind of goblin just kind of emerges from the top of this carriage, just kind of looking at what's going on. On its shoulder is perched a hawk. Is there any more from you, Miri, before we move on?
No, that was action and bonus. Sorry, movement and action, wasn't it? I have a
Yeah.
bonus. Don't think I can do anything as a bonus though.
There you go. This goblin comes out. Again, is going to try and make an attack on whoever's closest, but again, it's so far away, it misses. This goblin is going to cower, do very little. This one is going to make a dash. There you go. And then it is over to a missus.
Right.
There you go. There's also an
Um,
added feature that I've added in, which I don't know if you guys are interested, but next to the book is like a little measuring thing, and it will show their character distances. So I don't know
Nice.
if that's
Right. I will move. Yeah, I'm going to move directly behind over here. And then I think hopefully should be. And then I will throw my dagger at that goblin. Which one's dagger? That. Which is a nat 1. So 6 to hit.
wow. Just kind of flinging it and pirouetting it, almost kind of like the wind taking it as it just kind of yews in the air, just makes a sound as it
Amazing.
flies.
Oh, actually, sorry. I just realized I dashed to get here. I'm getting all confused, so I couldn't have done that anyway.
Well, there
Forgive
you go.
me.
Well, it comes straight back to you as if you'd never done it at all. What
was lucky.
motion? What, like a boomerang.
Yeah.
There
Lands
you
in my
go.
hand.
Yeah,
I'll let my turn
smash.
there. Thank you.
Fantastic. Goblin hides behind, readies his bow for an action, but doesn't do anything. This one starts to make a run north, and it's over to you, Erin.
Cool. So I shall move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. And I will shoot this goblin here with my crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
That will be a 11 to hit.
Let's have a look. It misses.
Yeah. And that is all I will do with my turn.
Okay, no worries. Good attempt as it goes over to yourself, Jake. Oh no, sorry. To Mail. Sorry, Mail.
All right. I really don't know how to use this stuff, guys. How do I select
No,
the
don't
character?
worry. Don't worry. It's a learning experience for me as well at the minute.
How do I select the character?
You zoom into your character token, and then you should just be able to click it.
This one?
Yeah.
All right. So I try to move.
So from there, you'd
give
be
me-
able to get there 30 feet or dash.
Yeah, I would like to do the 30 feet, getting closer to the rock, slightly north, close to this one. Yeah. Just on this
Right,
side,
so-
probably like here.
Yeah.
And after that, with my longbow, just I aim to the closest, this one probably, to this one.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, 110 feet off. So
Yeah.
do you want me
Yeah.
to move you? I can move you if you want.
I still haven't managed to understand how to move myself, so
No, don't worry.
it doesn't allow me to select me and move. I don't know how.
No,
Why?
it's okay. I've got you.
Yeah, over
There you
there
go.
it's okay. And yeah, he's 110, so it's between my range. To hit is a 15 CA.
Oh, it hits.
All right. So damage is this one. So it is 10 HP.
10 HP. Right off that. That is insane. Okay. Right. Let me just find out which goblin that is. Do you want to that's an instant kill on this goblin.
All right, just
So
in the
what?
middle of the front.
Yeah. So whatever you've done, you've just like put an arrow straight through it. So I'll let you describe the kill if you'd like.
Well, while we're starting getting closer to them and getting anxious, just an arrow pass through all the party and hit the first goblin in the middle of the ice.
Wow. There you go. Much to the amazement not only of your god, but also the other players in the party, that thing is toast. Yeah, there you go. Is there anything that you'd like to say, or
Yeah.
smashing? Okay, Zareth, over to you.
Okay. Well, how do you guys do the scale moving thingy? I want to know like what the distance is.
On the very right hand side, there's like a little, there's like a little triangle that says measure, or you can
Oh.
press M.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can move about what to like here.
If it's easier as well, each square is 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to see. No, I can't really do anything else. I might just dash. Does dash give me another 30?
If your movement
Double
speed
it.
is 30, yeah, so it will just give you your
Yeah.
movement speed again.
There you go. And I'll just end my
Look,
turn.
you're
Oh my
massive.
God, that guy's big.
Also, any actions you do, you can press Control Z and it'll just revert it back to what it was. So don't worry about making
Oh,
mistakes.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Is there anything that you'd like to say at this point?
Well, I actually want to say a nice shot to what's this guy's name? I can't tell. The archer, the ranger.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say good shot as I
They'll
pass
come.
by.
There you go. Fantastic. In the space of that 6 seconds, goblins just flee, some kind of crouching and huddling behind the cart, drawing their bow, flinging wild shots that just kind of whiz through the air as that you can hear. The ranger running, ducking behind a rock and just letting loose of his bow instantly takes one of the goblins out. You can hear the howl of this thing, and the bears kind of rowl up in the far distance. The creature that's on top with the hawk is observing everything, looking like they're wanting to shout orders, but nothing in particular. And Zarfax, it's over to you, Jake.
Okie dokie, I'll move 30 feet, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And annoyed I'm still not in reach, I'm going to take out one of my javelins as I run and try and lob it at the close one to me, so this front one here next to the car.
This one.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm. Oh, it's a bit of a disadvantage, but it's just out of my range. It's
Yeah.
30, 20. But I need to hit something, otherwise I lose my rage.
Mhm.
Oh, it's 12 hit.
It misses.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's me done, I think.
Do you want to describe the miss? You don't
When
have
it's
to.
whacks into the wheel, yeah, it's like, fuck. Yeah, he gets his great axe back out because hopefully get in range next time. But yeah, I think I'm done because I can't really do much else.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So as you start to kind of grab your javelin and start to launch it, you see goblins just starting to round this cart. Takes about 15 foot of movement before trying to let loose on another bow, but this time to yourself, Mary. He lets loose. You're lucky it misses. It just flies over your shoulder. You hear the kind of the whistle of the fleeting arrow just like that. Mary, it's your shot. Your go.
Oh, okay. So I can move forward still. 35. Where does that get me? Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh. Oh, I think I can hit that guy. Okay. I am going to Sacred Flame. The guy that's next to the cart I can hit. So
This guy.
that guy, yeah. So I'm gonna try and Sacred Flame him. I think it's a Dex save.
Mhm. Okay.
Dex 14.
Yeah. Right. 15. He gets 15.
Ah, shoot, yeah. So it misses.
Yeah.
Well, hang on, I've never used this before. Does it just miss or does it half damage? Blah 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 blah. It's against no.
If
Yeah,
it's a
that's it.
cantrip, it's no damage.
Yeah. Okay. Uh. That's me.
Yeah. That's good. Goes over to Goblin that's out with the cart, and he's gonna just make a foolish run, screaming, "We defend this!" As he launches into the snow, plodding like heavy kneed, legs kind of coming up to kind of wade through the snow. Looks a little foolish. And then again is gonna use a short bow on whoever's closest to him. Completely misses again, just kind of caught off guard. Fires, screams backwards to say, as another goblin. Again, pushes forward. Is gonna the closest one to him. Short bow attack. Who's that? Is that Zarthrax? He
Yeah.
hits you for 21 attack
Yeah.
and 3 damage. So I can update your sheet here as I should be able to. But they, yeah. So there you go. And it's over to someone's missus.
Quick question.
Yeah.
If I was to hold an action, hold an attack for when a goblin got close to within 5 feet of an ally,
Yeah.
would I be able to hold the sneak attack damage for that as well?
I wouldn't say so. I'd say that you could hold your action for it, but I mean, like you could hold whatever ranged or melee attack, but I wouldn't have said that you'd
Mm.
be able to do the sneak.
Cool. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here. And then I will actually throw my dagger at the one next to the wheel. This guy. Oh,
Yeah,
this
I
guy
got
over
you.
here.
Yeah.
Over 24 to hit.
Oh, it definitely hits.
For 6 damage.
Oh my days. He is severely hurt, recoils. Blood, crimson just kind of creeping wherever you've hit him. But yeah, he's kind of gargling but alive.
I'll leave it there.
Okay. There you go. Right. So, with that, this one around here tries to. Hard to pick these. Come on. There we go. Tries to circle round. And again, I'm sorry, Zarthrax, it's nothing personal. These guys just don't like you. So, right. Oh, sorry. Let's loose a quiver, just like that, straight into the trap, takes you off guard. Yeah, if you're happy for me to take the damage off, if not, can you take 7 damage? 7 points.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. Arrows
Turn me
still
red.
in you, blood
Oh, yeah,
just kind of paints the white snow underneath you. Tears kind of come from the rear ranks as it goes over to another goblin who
Are you
is making his way north.
just a quick one? Are you halving that damage because you are raging as well, mind?
I lost my
Oh, so-
rage because I
yeah, the
didn't
rage ended last.
Yeah. because I didn't hit or get hurt before my last turn.
Now that
Well,
is
yeah.
sad.
So I would need to rage again. I raged too
Right.
early. I thought I'd get hit in that the last round, but I didn't. It's like, oh fuck.
Sorry, dude. But it is Erin's go. So, Erin, over to you.
Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that does change things. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as an action dash. And as bonus action, I'll just go, fuck you. That's me.
Yeah. Oh, you. And yeah, it's over to you, Mail.
All right, I'll try to get, if I manage to move this one, I'll see. There should be around 30.
Mhm.
A notch, another arrow, and I try to aim to the goblin that was already wounded. I
Mhm.
think, I don't know which one I think, but I think it was this one, if I remember right.
I'll find out for you.
All right.
So it's that one that you're pointing to.
All right, perfect. So I'll let fly another one.
Yeah.
And that's another good one, 17.
Okay. Whatever you do, it's going to kill him. So
So it's
yeah.
just 3 point, just to make it.
Right. That's it. Describe how this happens.
I'll try to take advantage when I see the goblin probably covering his wound and try to take care of his present wound. So he was distracted. I just take my time to aim and hit him in the chest.
There you go. Straight in the chest. Kind of looks to his colleague, falls to his side on his shoulder, just kind of propped up by the fact that there's arrows stuck in his chest that he doesn't roll over. As it goes over to Zareth, it's you.
Okay. Gonna move here. How far? Yeah, I basically attack everyone. So many options. I might firebolt this guy on the left here. How do you guys roll in D&D Beyond? Like it shows up.
Yeah.
So firebolt will be
yeah,
on your
that-
spells. You should have a roll to hit.
So I just click firebolt or like the +5 next
Plus
to it?
5.
Yeah. Yeah, the plus
Yeah.
5. Should roll.
That does not look like a good logo. Oh wait, it
Was
is a
it
good
come up?
logo. It's a critical hit.
Yeah,
Was it coming
25
up?
to hit.
Nice.
Oh, 20, yeah, right. Which one were you going for?
This one.
Okay, spot on. Right, and yeah, do the damage.
How do I do
What's the
damage?
damage?
Oh, is it the effect next to the?
That's
next
it.
to
It
the
should be
die?
right next to it.
Right.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What
It's
is
also a
it?
critical hit, isn't it?
Oh wait, yeah, it is a critical hit. Is
It
it
also rolls
12?
crit, so it's
Discord's cutting out for me a bit. So yeah, what was it?
12.
So 12 damage.
That's what
Amazing.
the roll was.
Yeah, right. You have fucking kebab this guy. you turn him into like a barbecue in a second.
Good
So
lord. It's barbecued. Awesome.
yeah, there you go. Flames engulf this thing. A high pitched squeal just kind of like that as he just fucking collapses. Flames still kind of seething and kind of the smoke and what have you. Onlooking is back over to you, Jake.
okie dokie. I think this one shot me before, so
Yeah.
I'm going to rage again.
Okay.
Features. There we go. Yeah, and just rush over to him and just take a swipe at him with my great axe.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
14 to hit.
14 misses, but just
Oh my god. I hate these people. These things.
yeah. Swinging, it manages to just duck and weave under, kind of giving a little snigger as it does.
That's me done.
Okay. This one's gonna kind of make a run for Erin and attack you with scimitar. Misses completely. Yeah, Mirror, over to you. Or Miri.
Is that the right place? Because I just accidentally moved myself when I was trying to measure.
I
Um,
wasn't looking at you, so I'm just gonna say yeah.
Oh God. Okay, so I might try to. Okay, I'm gonna
You've got
run.
just in front of him now.
No, I was just trying to see if I could get into flanking.
Mm.
That I can't, so I'll just go there. And I'm going to try something different this time. I'm going to try and shocking grasp him instead.
Yeah.
So let's see if I hit, and then we'll see. Then I'll describe it. 19.
Yeah, touching the metal breastplate on him, just volts, little sparks kind of burn off him. Yeah, what's the damage?
Let's see. Oh, 5.
Decent damage. Honestly, decent damage. So there you go. Singeing eyebrows gone, steam, kind of again, a high pitched yelp. Anything that you'd like to say?
She won't say anything. I feel like she's just run up, and as she puts her hands on him, her eyes will like flare white, and her hair will kind of flare backwards like this unnatural wind. And I'll just try and fry him, just toast him. But I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. In a reaction that isn't in the sense of a reaction, as in it's his go, he reacts to the fact that he's just been electrocuted and swings violently, shatters you for 3 damage.
Oh,
It's
I'll have to apply that.
it's okay. I can do it here if you want. So
Oh, sorry. Are you
there you
doing
go.
an Albert or in
Yeah,
D&D Beyond?
on Albert. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, no worries. No
And
worries.
then a Amasis.
Amateur, the amateur. I'm gonna take 1 step up, and then I'm gonna attack the goblin who is in a skirmish with Erin with my whip.
You better not be stealing my kill, boy.
I mean, I can go the other way.
No. You do
Which
you.
is a 23 to hit
Definitely hits.
for 6 damage. And
Okay.
I will,
Yeah.
and I will add on my sneak attack dice because he's within 5 feet of one of his enemies
Mhm.
for 4, so 10 damage total.
Right. Describe how you eviscerate this being.
My whip is just gonna kind of come around Erin's head, gonna just wrap around just to his chin, and then I give it a yank, and his neck just as he falls to the ground limp.
Lovely stuff. You see in the far distance a creature making its moves further north as it goes over to Erin, whose kill's been stolen.
Yes. You'll see him turn to you and Mrs. and say, "That was my fucking kill, boy."
I'm gonna just give a thumbs up.
Now we'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to get to flanking.
Yeah.
And I will
Okay.
bring out my greatsword and I will make this a great weapon master attack. So -5 to
Yeah.
this roll. It'll be, that'll be a 12 to hit.
Yeah, it misses at 12.
Oh, actually, hold on. Have I done maths wrong? Oh, no, yeah, it would be 12. All right. Yeah, I take -5 penalty, but plus 10 damage. So if it missed, it missed.
Yeah.
And I'll just be
Do you
pissed
have,
right off.
do you have any bonus actions or anything like that? Because
No,
this
sir.
guy's barely hanging on.
No, sir.
Oh dear, the cart's flying away. Right. Yeah. Mail, over to you.
All right. So I'll try to go a little further from here and slowly walking on the snow. If I manage to select, yeah, no. Let me try again. Oh well.
You got it.
What the hell?
It's all right. You can zoom in as well. It makes things easier. So you just 2 fingers on your mouse pad.
No, I won't zoom in.
You trying to go 30 feet?
Yes, can you please
Yeah.
move it forward 30 feet?
I'll move you. Yeah. There you go.
So while walking, of course, I notch another arrow and I try to look all the way to the one that is farther away. So I'm afraid it's a little over my range. So
Yeah.
I just try to notch an arrow with disadvantage.
I think it's all going to be disadvantage to go for.
Yeah?
Go into the air. Go for it.
Ah, well, it's a miss.
Yeah, okay.
And I try to shout to the guys, someone is running! One is running away.
Okay. Spot on. I think goes over to Zeth.
Okay. How far is this guy like here. To get there to hit him. Okay, I'll move like top 10 to 20. We're ready. How far is he now? Man, I was dead anyway. Can I try hit this guy with a firebolt, even if he's far with disadvantage?
You can try anything you like. Whether it works or not.
Okay. I'll toss a firebolt. Why not?
Yeah.
It's gonna be with disadvantage.
What was it?
A 10 for the first one.
Okay, it misses.
It's well to roll for some reason. The second one is 14, so 10 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, misses, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Jake, over to you.
I gotta kill this fucking thing. Swing on the great axe. Fuck! 11. I miss. I hate this thing.
Mary?
Oh, well, now with advantage, I will try to electrocute him again.
Do it.
So I just keep hanging on to him, I guess. Oh, he's like getting madder.
That's it.
Okay, so I'll roll with advantage, right? Because flanking.
So we are using flanking as advantage
Correct.
Yeah.
as a rule. All right.
So 24.
Okay, yeah.
24, and then that will be
You seem surprised. 24?
24. 7 points of damage.
Right, you've turned him into a microwave meal in the space of the one round. Yeah, he is gone. So, anything that you'd like to say about that, or just like, yeah,
I feel like Miri just ran up, grabbed him, electrocuted him until, like, you know, like the eyes are kind of steaming a little bit, like smoke's coming out of the eyes, and then I'm just gonna and let him fall backwards.
body falls completely limp, just singed, third-degree burns everywhere. As Amasis, over to you.
Oh, blimey. All right. I will walk to here and then hide behind the cart. Use my action hide.
Okay, fantastic. This guy screams back over his shoulder. "Please, please," but is running off into the distance. It's your choice if you want to continue in, yeah, in a battle. But they are screaming peace at this point as it goes over to Erin.
Well, I don't know about you lot, but I kind of want to kill them. But then again, they are pretty far away, and my legs hurt.
Who's the polar bear lady? Can anyone see that?
I don't. It seems to be coming closer.
Is it coming towards us, the big polar bears?
Yeah. What's
It is
the
when I
direction
grab it.
that thing is going, Jim?
What's that?
What's the direction this big cart thing is going?
It was headed away, as if these guys were trying to drag that cart towards it to get it towed out of here. So.
Gotcha.
All right. I think we've done some damage. There's no point chasing them off into the hills, going back to where they came from. Look, we got our cart. We got some iron ore. Way I see it, this is now our cart and our iron ore. So I'm gonna end my turn. It's up to you guys what you do.
Okay, right. Well, Erin is passes it over to Mail. So it's totally up to you if you want to continue combat or we call it quits.
Well, I'll get my movement. Let's run one last without hope arrow.
Okay.
Just out,
Yeah.
almost as a threatening more than a real attempt to hit. Will be with disadvantage, so it will be difficult. But first is 18, and second arrow, so it's 7, so it's a
Well,
miss.
first one hits.
I suppose a disadvantage because it's out of my
Yeah.
range, so
Yeah.
it's a miss.
Okay. Well, there you go. As this happens, Zareth, I'm going to say that we fall out of combat because we've got a couple of guys that have forgone it. These guys bored. You see the lady goblin kind of help one up, rattle the reins as the bears kind of pull this big hulking kind of juggernaut off into the distance. I appreciate it's late as well, so I'm trying to wrap up the session. But final time to ask questions or anything, and if not, we'll just end the session and we'll start this as the start of the next session. So yeah, is there any kind of checks or conversations you want to have?
Can I just check if the massive thing had the light that we saw previously?
Yeah, what did you want to check for? Sorry.
So you know how we saw like flames or whatever when we were on top of like the ledge?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
check
yeah.
if things-
So in this cart is iron ingots, and each one is kind of stamped with what looks to be like a foaming mug. It's like a dwarven brand. But the fire was very much coming from the larger cart that they were dragging this to, almost kind of like the engine that was kind of
Yeah.
the kind of homestead on wheels for the Lady Goblin.
So Amos has just climbed into the car. Can I just have a rummage around and do an investigation, see if I can turn up anything else interesting other than the iron ore?
Yeah. You can roll an investigation.
For a 19?
Okay. I'll tell you what you get in 2 seconds. You have got something.
Nice.
Is there anything else that anyone else wants to do?
I like also to get close and have a look to the goblins we turned down if they got anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Again, roll me an investigation if you can.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's 1, so
Yeah. A 1.
a lot
You
of snow.
find. Yeah. One of them has a bone whistle on it, and that is it. It is very much useless. It looks crudely designed. And Darren, you are familiar with the trade that kind of goes on in this region, and you know the iron ingots roughly go for about 25. Sorry, my voice is going now. Sorry, not 25. They're about 5 silver pieces each. But in amongst it, you find a little potion bottle.
The potion, no label, just a indescript potion.
Maybe if there's an Arcana check in there somewhere.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
I don't know. Can you?
I'll give it a go. Oh no, a 10, a flat 10. I mean,
That is good enough. It's potion of animal handling, animal friendship, should I say?
animal friendship. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, so I will put that with just surreptitiously again, just in my pocket, not mention it to anyone. But then I will say, guys, I found the iron ore.
I
And
mean,
I'll
we knew it
remind
was
everyone,
there.
They go for about.
There you go.
Like
There you
that was
go.
the whole point of this entire encounter was to get the iron ore from the fucking wagon. It's not like you just found it. It's not like it's yours.
Here it is.
Yeah, well
Found it.
done.
Who found it? This guy.
Yeah, well.
There you go. And I think that's where we'll end the session. So and we'll start off next time. It's morning. You guys have found, the iron. So how was that? Was that okay?
Yeah, really good.
Awesome,
mate.
mate. Thank you.
Really
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic. And to the millions of viewers, please like and subscribe. If you could comment, that would be fantastic. And we also have very many different social media channels. We'd love to see you there.
Join us
Wow.
on
So
Discord.
there you go. So, yeah, I guess everyone wave.
Take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Yeah. Catch you in a bit.